Yes, what's going on, people? Big up to every single one of you. Back to the channel. 12th man's back, and it's not just me. We've actually got some panelists tonight to talk all things Arsenal. So, nice little break for Christmas. I'm sure everybody else had a blinding time. Please make sure you check out the latest video on Saka's injury that I did drop yesterday. So, make sure if you haven't done so, that you go do that one. Big up to everybody that's in the chat. Big up to Lee Gunner as well for raiding over. Trust me, he's going to be here very, very soon, as is Brandon. And it's me and
Definitely.
Egal. We're talking all things Arsenal. Before we do that, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you've done the same to Egal Talks Football. You're going to be redirected to Egal's show at 10 o'clock anyway, so he's going to jump off and go on that. We'll finish up here, then you can join him on over there on his channel. And make sure you check out manscaped.com. FTM20 is the code you need, 20% off until New Year's Eve. And there is, of course, the draw on New Year's Eve for reality raffles, which we do need to get you guys involved in. If you haven't done so already, make sure you click on the link in the description or pinned to the comment section. It is reality raffles for a football match day experience. It's only 99 pence, and you'll get 10% off using FTM10 if you really do want it as well. Make sure you get that. You want to come to the North London Derby, you want to get yourself to the Emirates, you want to get yourself to any football game, then you can do if you are lucky enough to win this prize. There's also match day vouchers as well, instant wins for the same prize as well, so make sure you get in for that one. It's only 99 pence, people, so let's not be stingy. The draw for that is New Year's Eve, so please make sure that you're in that to win it. Make sure you're following Reality Raffles as well on Instagram, so they do so much over there as well. It's not just football, so please make sure you're there. It's me and Egal for now. We've got Lee and Brandon joining us. It's going to get heated. It's going to be a great show. I can feel it already. But Egal, I want to talk to you about how things are going your end right now, because Arsenal Football Club is a bit of a strange season. Liverpool are flying. It looks as if we've caught up with Chelsea, but still haven't managed to catch up with Liverpool. It looks as if Mo Salah is having the season of his life. After watching them today, it just looked like a walk in the park. And although it was a walk in the park for us against West Ham, I just like the way Liverpool playing football at the moment. It's looking good. It's looking attractive. It's entertaining to watch. And I actually don't think they've even got out of second or third gear yet. I still think there's more to go, which is worrying for us. So, look, I hope they drop off, mate. I really do. They're going to have to for us to have any chance of this league. There is, however, other positives to look at. And I know it's hard at the moment. And it's funny me saying that because, ironically, I'm seen as one who's quite negative. But actually, we're in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We're still in the FA Cup against the Manchester United side that looks pretty rough, and it's at home. We've also got ourselves into a good position in the Champions League with 2 winnable fixtures against Zagreb and Girona to go through into that. And we are second in the league again after Chelsea losing to Fulham. So should we be moaning, or are you still concerned about the way we're playing at the moment, my bro?
You see, you're allowed to say that because you're somewhat like known as a realistic fan. But if I said the same thing as you right now, they'd be like, "Oh, you're deluded. You think you're gonna catch up?" We just gotta take it game by game. We gotta realize where we are, where we went wrong, and just take it game by game. Try to improve. We are undefeated without Bukayo Saka. It is time at Arsenal over the last 5 years. Whenever he's missed a game, Man City, be it, we won. What other game did he miss? Leeds. I think he missed the Leeds game. We still won that game. Now I know it's a little bit of different circumstance. He's going to be out for an extended period, but Bukayo Saka missing, it does really put our title hopes to a side. We just need to make sure we play better, continue to improve, and see hopefully if this team can strengthen in the January window. Because if they go and strengthen in January, that changes everything, bro. That changes everything for me. I
It
need to go
does.
see them
It
go
does.
and get somebody of note to improve this team. And in the meanwhile, this whole video is just going to turn about Arteta title and should he be sacked? I think because that's what the conversation is going to be all summer. And if we don't win the league, which it doesn't look like we're going to win the league, we need to at least pick up silverware elsewhere. Be it the League Cup, be it the FA Cup, be it the Champions League. If we win the Champions League, that's better than the league, I would say, because we've never done that. But hey, right now, Dan, I'm very nervous about the rest of the season. Liverpool scare me
Why
genuinely
is that? Why are you nervous?
because their attack has one of the best players in the world, and we don't have anybody in our team on the level of that player. And Bukayo Saka being out, that leaves us with such a poor attack that I question if our attack is better than teams like Brighton.
I would agree with that. And I've said there are many teams with an attack at the moment that's better than Arsenal. It's not just Brighton. I actually believe Newcastle do. I think that Brighton and Bournemouth and potentially who have I not said? Newcastle, Brighton, Bournemouth, Brentford. Quite a few that got better attacking players than Arsenal right now, and we can't even say that we're talking rubbish when we say that. Big up to everyone that's come over from Lee's stream. Lee's going to be with us very shortly, as is Brandon. So it'll be myself, Egal, Lee, and Brandon. Let me just concentrate before we start talking about Saka and January and Kroenke spending and who we should go and sign and all this stuff, because we will get into that, Egal. I've got some questions about it. How are we playing at the moment? Because I think our attacks.
We're undefeated in our last couple games. We're not looking bad. It's just
come on. Are you trying to be positive there? Like, it ain't been good, bro.
Okay, it's not good on the eye, but when you actually look at the underlying numbers, we are quite decent. Maybe we're not scoring the same level of goals that you'd want to score, but reality is when you're taking teams and you're nullifying them that well defensively, it's really now on your attack to start stepping up. It's really now on your attack to start winning you these games. And we're winning by small margins. It's not impressive, but at the same time, we're getting the job done. It's a results business. One time Kenny Ken said, tick, 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 tick. And that, thank you, ma'am. That's really what we're doing. We're just getting the results. Some of the performances, if we scored a couple more goals, they would look better. Overall, the performances are not terrible, but the way that the games feel, they're not entertaining. They're not what you want as a fan.
Look, I don't think we're playing well enough at the moment to get anywhere near excited. And I like to ask this question.
I agree.
I like to ask this question. 3 seasons ago, maybe it was 4 seasons ago. It's been so long now under this damn process. I can't even remember when it was. I was asked the question, if Mikel Arteta isn't good enough, who do you want? And the names that I threw out at the time were laughed at, told they were a disgrace, don't want them anywhere near the club. And those names were the Antonio Contes and the Diego Simeones and the Simone Inzaghi's of this world, because I thought that they actually did have an opportunity of making us better and taking us across the line and winning something with us. That was genuinely what I believed, right? They were win-now managers. They had a CV that said they could win. The reason, though, that they didn't want them was not because of the fact that they were just a little bit washed and perhaps weren't quite as good as what they've done previously. It was because the style of play was boring and the style of play was defense-minded only. Lo and behold, wind the clock 4 seasons, we're now doing that, Egal. Now, we didn't used to do that, trust me. And this is coming from someone, myself, that does not believe that I've been happy with what I've been seeing on the pitch for quite some time. But I can tell you that I was happy not too long ago watching Arsenal. The back end of last season, we were absolutely blitzing teams. And in the season of 22-23, we were on fire, bro. We were scintillating. People were scared of us. You remember the Arsenal scary videos all around TikTok and YouTube? That was because we were playing fantastic, right? Now, all of a sudden, I don't want Diego Simeone. He plays crap football. I don't want Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho play crap football. I don't want Simone Inzaghi. No, thank you. Well, hang on a minute. We're playing like this now. We're not winning 1-0. We're not winning silverware. So why do you think that is, bro? Because let me give you an example. We're 1-0 up against Ipswich, right? They're not really doing anything. It's 0-0 against Everton. They're not really doing anything. And Mikel Arteta's substitutes are to put Partey on at fullback, to put Partey on in midfield, to bring on Mourinho. And I'm not seeing Ethan Nwaneri coming on the pitch. I'm not seeing much changing up. I'm seeing Kai Havertz going onto the wing. Where are we at here? Like, what is Mikel Arteta trying to do? Because it seems to me that he doesn't want to drop points and he's not going for the win. And Thierry Henry was right, by the way, on Monday Night Football the other week. They go and win the game. Arsenal are too scared to worry about losing the game. And that is why I think Mikel Arteta will not get us across the line unless he changes his mentality, bro.
Bro, it's very simple. To me, I think at this moment in time, we have a glaring hole in our team. We're not good in all 3 phases of football. Our midfield might be decent. Our defense is really good, but our attack is holding us back from being that elite team that we want to be. And until we can get that sorted, I think the manager, the players, they're going to somewhat play a little bit pessimistic because they don't trust themselves to go and back themselves to go score 3-4. They would rather keep it 1-0 and try to get a couple goals here and they just don't back the team to be in shootouts. Chelsea, they can get into a shootout with a team and beat them 4-0. I mean 4-3. I don't think there's going to be too many games where we concede more than 2 goals where we can win.
Oh, mate, it's not looking good, man. Let me chuck this super chat in before I bring Gunner in. Big up Chaitanya, man. Absolute legend. He says only half the season done and we're cooked. January's going to be tough if we don't get any signings. Brentford game won't be easy. Edu's jumped ship to a flowing forest.
We should win the Brentford game, though.
And we're in a shambles.
We should win the Brentford game. Brentford. I have a Brentford fan at work. He's telling me, "Yo, they're not looking good." And he's
Gal, what did you say about Everton? I've got you clipped up saying that Everton we're going to win. So what? Come on, man! Like,
we
should have been Everton.
We should have won that game. You watched that game. We were the better team.
I was there, mate. It was absolute dire. I was falling asleep. I should have bought a book. It was awful. Absolute embarrassment. So look, man. Listen, big up to Gunnar, big up to Brandon, big up for the raid, bro. Really appreciate that, Guns, as well. Top lad. And let's let you have the mic, man. Egal thinks you're just gonna come and start saying how you want Arteta out, blah blah blah. But I've said there's more to it than that. Obviously, for this show, I've got some questions. But talk to me, man. Talk to me. What are you saying?
It's not even about Arteta out. Yeah, everyone knows I'm Arteta out. It's Kroenke out, and I've been saying it since the start of the season. End of my streams, on every stream, every video I do, Kroenke out. Yeah, because Kroenke, is the one that's enabled all of this. Kroenke is the one, not Stan. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, Josh and Arteta are like that. Yeah, this manager has more power at this football club than Wenger ever had. Yeah, and I know that factually. Yeah, he's got more power. Yeah, why is it? Yeah. Vinay, our CEO, who just left, bye-bye, you can go. Why would he leave a £2.3 million job a year when he's got no pressure on him to do anything? But we were on to Gazidis when he was our CEO. I know the hierarchy's changed structurally. Yeah. Have you ever seen anybody going, yo, this Vinay guy, he's an absolute disgrace. It's never about Vinay since Arteta and Edu got it. It's been Arteta this, Edu this. Oh, they're cooking. Blah, blah, blah. We get a sign-in, it flops. Oh, well, that must be Edu. It's not Arteta. We get a sign-in that does well. Oh, that's Arteta. Yeah, this stems back to the ownership. Yeah, and the ownership is facilitated by the fans. Yeah, so the fan base, will get delivered and served up, what they accept, which has been crap since they got here, the ownership. Yeah, they have absolutely milked this fan base. Yeah, with PR, fairy tales, Disney-esque storylines, marketing, and merch. And our fans sitting online, making out that Lewis Skelly is now the best left back in the world. He's up there with Roberto Carlos. Yeah, cool. So it is somebody, and I quoted you, Egal, you probably see it. Yeah, no, it wasn't you. My bad. It wasn't you. Sorry. Yeah. So are we all going to admit then that Calafiori was a waste of money then? Because the boy that was in the academy was here before we signed him. We wasted money on him. Yeah, the left back that was here before we signed him is still better than any left back we have at the club. His name's Kieran Tierney, in case you forgot. Yeah. So the two best left backs we have at the club were here before this manager got here. Instead, he goes and spunks 160 million quid on centre backs, right backs, and left backs to play left back. Yeah, he goes and buys Mikel Merino with 1 year left on his contract. But this is not all on him. Yeah, so it's not a manager thing. Yeah, this comes back to the Kroenkes. However, the Kroenkes have allowed this manager to sit waffling. Yeah, Josh, I'm talking about. Forget Stan. You don't know what day it is. Yeah, but Josh has allowed this guy to sit there and finesse him out of 15 million quid a year. Why is he on 3 million a year less than Pep? Make that make sense in the first place, right? Not only that, Josh ain't got a clue about football. Oh, I want to meet the fans. Cool. Since he said that, how many times has he been on shows and gone and met the fans in the bars and the pubs around the corner from the game? Oh, he hasn't. He hasn't. Because I've invited him on, and I know they watch my channel because they blocked me on their YouTube channel, bruv. Yeah, so I know they watch me. They watch me all the time. We've got Bukayo Saka sitting there saying, oh, yes, well, if I was Secret Santa for Odegaard, I'd get him some hairspray. What, you telling me Saka don't watch my channel? Yeah, because it's always flicking his hair. Yeah, Rice follows me. I'm not trying to be a big head or anything. Why? I set my Twitter account up a year after his last tweet, bruv. Yeah, these players watch what you do, Egal, Dan, Brandon, myself, and everybody else, whether you've got 1 sub or 1 billion and 1 subs, they're watching because they have a media team. And this manager has positioned himself perfectly to keep the facade going, to keep his employment going for as long as it can and milking what he can. Yeah, this fan base have then gone along with it, buying up 150 quid varsity jackets. Cool. 150 quid for a jacket. When was last time we won something? Oh, I'll tell you when. It was 1,610 days ago. But don't worry, guys. Trust the process. What process? The process of getting fleeced every week. Yeah, and then when we have a shit show, like we did against Ipswich, oh, but we won. Just be happy. Just be happy. How many times do we have to do this, Egal, yeah? Right? And other people that have been backing this, yeah? How many more times do you have to get slapped in the face with a big wet fish, yeah? And end up falling flat on your face with egg on your face to go, do you know what? These guys might actually be onto something, yeah? And they're not doing it to be negative or toxic. They're doing it for the love of the actual football club, yeah? And because they've seen this. They've seen us be successful. Me and Brandon were just talking about this. Yeah, at the end of the day, right, this manager, the best players we've got at our football club, we can all pretty much agree are Saliba, Saka, yeah, Gabriel, and Odegaard. Yeah, 2 of them were in the academy.
Declan
Sorry,
Rice not
2.
in that conversation?
Declan Rice. No, are you mad? Our manager said that he didn't buy him to play number 8. So why did you play him number 8 then? Our manager said that. Declan Rice is not a number 8. So why did you play him? Yeah, now, right, if you look at that, Saka was here before he got here. Our best left back was, or 2 best left backs were here before he got here. Saliba was here before he got here, and he decided to loan him out because he thought Kolasinac, as centre back, was better. Callum Chambers was better. Yeah, Rob Holding was better. I can go on. Yeah, he's played Xhaka at centre back, El Neni at centre back. We can keep going on with this. Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, Declan Rice has been poor this season. In fact, he's been poor since the turn of the year. He was shocking in the Euros, and he's been shocking this season. Great performance the other night. He was our best player. But 1 performance. Where was you when it mattered against Bayern? Where was it when against Aston Villa? When it really matters, yeah, these men ain't on it. However, he's playing with a broken toe, bruv. Ben White has had knee surgery. Why? Oh, because this manager played him when he knew he needed knee surgery. Yeah, Star Boy has now got his hamstring hanging on by a thread. That guy will never be the same player ever again, by the way. So I hope you're all ready for that. Yeah, I hope you're all ready for that. I've seen enough players
That's
do
wishful thinking. Haven't we seen Olise and Dembele recently have the same injury, come back, play at a top level? Don't do that.
Yeah, cool. I've seen Michael Owen. I've seen Michael Owen's career destroyed, bruv. Okay, cool.
Who?
Fantastic.
Michael Owen. You're going 500 years ago.
500 years ago when he was 18 years old winning golden boots.
Are we going back to dinosaur ages? What are we doing, bro? Medicine has gotten better. Don't do that. Lee, if you're going to mention anything, mention things that are facts. You're mentioning...
Yeah, I'm mentioning facts. Michael Owen's career was over by 25. Yeah, Wayne Rooney's career was over by 26. Yeah, no, hold up. Reece James's career is finished. Yeah, so there's 3 players.
Reece James didn't take surgery. Reece James kept going back.
No, Reece James has had surgery.
No, initially he did not have surgery. So
okay, how many times ago? How many times ago have you seen? No, how many times? It's not a false comparison. It is a false comparison. How many times have we seen?
Did not have surgery until his 3rd or 4th injury.
Okay, cool. So how many times have we seen Bukayo Saka limp out?
How many times?
How many times have you seen Bukayo Saka limp off the pitch? How many times has Bukayo Saka done a hamstring injury? Can you tell me?
1 time, because that's the one time it's reported.
This is the only time he's done a hamstring. Are you mad?
How many times do you think he's done a hamstring injury? Do you have the numbers?
3. Yeah, because I come with facts, mate. He's done 3. Yeah. And do you know what the mad thing is? You see when Bukayo Saka limps off the pitch and when everyone takes the piss out of it. Yeah. That's him in pain, bruv, because Bukayo Saka's not going to limp off for the sake of limping off. Yeah. Bukayo Saka ain't that type of player. Let's just be real with it. Yeah. I see Jared Bowen today limp off the pitch. Jared Bowen was seriously hurt today. Yeah, and you know when a player's seriously hurt because the other players around them that can hear what they're saying because they're right in front of them are worried. Yeah, we see it with Odegaard on international break. Yeah, it's like, yo, the players are concerned. This is a bad thing. Jared Bowen in that Liverpool game today, he had Curtis Jones, McAllister, and Robertson all talking to him, and they were like you can tell by their faces, Bowen's out for a while, bruv. Yeah, Bowen's out for a while. And Bowen's face told you that. Yeah, Bukayo Saka, we have seen this guy played week in, week out. Why was he playing against Preston when we're winning 3-0? Why was he playing against Bolton? Why? Why was he playing for England so much? We can go on about England, cool. But this manager, when we're winning against Lons at home, 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever it was at half time, why didn't he hook him? Why is he playing 90 minutes in these games, bruv? Why? Because he is not bothered to sign a player in that position. And all you guys come out with, and I'll shut up on this point, is, oh, but who's going to play second fiddle? Well, Elise might, mate. He was at Palace. Conceição might, mate. He was 10 million euro on loan and he's balling out at Juve. Yeah. What are we doing here? There's plenty of players that can play there. And why do we have to look for a second fiddle? Why don't we go and get somebody that's better? Why don't we go and get a player that can actually take Saka's spot and say, yo, you can hold bench today. Yeah. And now you have to fight harder. Saka is the only player in that team, that hasn't got to fight for his place. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, that guy starts every minute of every game. Yeah, and he ends most minutes of every game. And there's no rhyme or rhythm to this other than the fact that the manager's buried him, bruv. And I tell you now, I promise you now, and you'll laugh and you'll say you're being negative, blah, blah, blah. Bro, come back to me in 2 years' time. That guy will never be the same player again because this manager has finished his career. The same as he's done with Gabby Jesus when he's had 3 knee surgeries, rushed him back after the first. Same as he's done with Ben White. The same as he's done with Thomas Partey. Rice never got injured. Now he's always injured, playing him with broken toe. Yeah, we could go on and on. Tomiyasu, where's this guy? And I'll shut up. Sorry, but
so you're blaming injuries on the manager.
Yeah,
you're crazy, bro. How are you calling a freak injury and saying it's on Arteta? Arteta was the one who benched him in some of these cup games, and when he does bench him, you're saying he's not taking the cup serious. And when he plays him and gives him minutes, you're saying, oh, why is he bringing him on? You're pick a struggle, bro.
Pick a struggle.
Egal, let me say this, right? Go and have a look at the stats, the facts, right? In the last 3 years, Bukayo Saka has played 90% or more of Arsenal football games. That means that this guy, yes, he has. That means that this guy is playing at least 40 to 50 games a season for Arsenal.
As any top player should.
Yeah, as a top player should. You're right. But when a player is consistently playing these games week in, week out, not just like Lee was saying, not just like 1 minute, minute 1 to like minute 60, and then all of a sudden Arsenal are winning the game, so you get brought off. He's talking about Bukayo Saka plays every single game right to the very fucking end. Yeah? Right to the end. Regardless of whether we're winning, losing, drawing, it doesn't matter, right? When you've got a guy who's consistently playing week in, week out, minute 1 to minute 90 every single game, and not only that, he's having to show an extra amount of intensity because he's so heavily relied on in this team, right? It was inevitable this guy was going to get injured. We've all been, you included, Egal, right? We've all been sitting here for the past 5 years screaming about Arsenal need to get an adequate, not replacement, but adequate competition in this Arsenal team for Bukayo Saka. He cannot continue to play 50 to 60 games for Arsenal season in, season out, right? We've all said it. And now it's come back and it's bitten us because let's be honest, that was a grade 3 hamstring injury that he's required to have surgery. Yeah. And he will not be back until March at the very earliest. You probably won't see this guy touch grass for the remainder of the season if this manager is sensible. Yeah. If he doesn't rush Bukayo Saka back, which he shouldn't, Bukayo Saka will probably be out for the remainder of this season. Now, that is detrimental to Arsenal. Why? Because we rely on this guy so heavily, and now we're going to be missing him for the remainder of the season. And really and truly, we started the beginning of this season saying we must win the league this season. Now, it's flipped, it's turned. Everybody's saying we're not going to win the league this season because Liverpool are so far ahead and we've been, let's be real, not very good. Now everybody's saying we need to win the League Cup. I'm not even confident about us winning the fucking League Cup, to be honest with you. Because when you look at performances like the other day against Ipswich, with all due respect, Ipswich, and we're struggling to create chances against a team like that at home, why am I going to be confident that we can go to Newcastle across 2 legs against a Newcastle side at St James's Park, where Arsenal have had 1 shot on target in the past 2 years at their ground, and actually get over the line and make a quarter final? No, not quarter final. It is quarter final, isn't it? Or a final of a competition which we should have been winning last season, the season before, etc. These are the competitions that we should have been winning along the way, because 5-phase project was all about winning major honours. Now we're not able. Now we're sitting here saying we're probably not going to win a major honour this season, because I don't think anybody realistically thinks Arsenal are going to win the Champions League. And the longer that this season goes on, I think everybody's starting to realise now that Liverpool are not falling away. They're not. It's as simple as that, right? And we don't have the consistency, and we don't capitalise on dropped points enough to be able to drag ourselves back into this. And now we're missing our best player, who we rely so heavily on. Whose fault is that, Egal? When, I'm not sitting here blaming every player's injuries on the manager, but
Oh no,
Tomiyasu.
I am.
Right, Tomiyasu, right? Tomiyasu came into Arsenal as an injury-prone player at his previous club. Same with the majority of these players that consistently get injured. Thomas Partey wasn't an injury-prone player at Atletico Madrid. Now he's an injury-prone player at Arsenal, right? You can put that down to his age. You can put that down to whatever you like. But there is something systematically wrong with Arsenal's medical side of things when it comes to injury, because these players who get injuries consistently for Arsenal didn't at their previous clubs, apart from your likes of Tomiyasu, etc., etc. But when you've got a player there who consistently plays week in, week out, minute 1 to minute 90, not just for Arsenal, for England as well, it was inevitable it was going to happen. So whose fault is that? Well, I'll sit here and say, cool, you can definitely blame Arteta for that, because Saka shouldn't be playing as many games as what he is. You could throw some of the blame there towards Gareth Southgate for playing him like in meaningless friendlies for England. You can also point some of the blame towards Bukayo Saka as well, because you also have to take accountability as the player and sit there and say, do you know what? I've played a lot recently. I need to, relax a bit. I need to realise that my body is not coping with the stress levels that I'm putting it under. So yeah, you can pick little bits of blame in each individual camp, but the largest portion goes to Mikel Arteta. Of course it does. Especially when you've got other prime examples as well, right? We was reeling them off earlier on Lee's channel. He pushed Thomas Partey back on the pitch when we was playing against Tottenham, when he was injured. He pushed Kieran Tierney back on the pitch the other week when he was injured. How many times are we going to keep doing this? Playing Ben White when he's got an injury and needs surgery. Declan Rice with a broken toe. Of course you can blame the manager all day long, in my opinion.
Do you know what it is, man? Do you know what it is, right? And I kind of feel quite strongly about this. I've said this for so long now. I actually get bored of saying it. I think the Cronkies are awful owners. Now, Gal disagrees with me and thinks they're good owners, and he thinks that they have backed Arteta to the hilt and they have the ambition to win. I don't see ambition to win. I see ambition to get by. For example, I look at the Kai Havertz signing. Turkish is bang on, by the way, when he said this. Yeah, he said this on Forever Arsenal. Was it yesterday or the day before? Havertz signing for 65 million was supposed to be our 8 signing, and we still need an 8. He is now our number 9 signing, and we still need a 9. That tells you all you need to know about Kai Havertz as a signing, that people keep telling me is a brilliant signing. He's a piece of a puzzle in a squad. He's not the number 9 star. Our manager is obsessed with dropping him into midfield. Oh, but he scored, Dan. It don't matter. He scored a goal. I don't care. He was crap. He's been crap for majority of this season, right? Stop putting this guy into midfield. It is killing the team. Declan Rice, by the way, fair play to what you've said, Lee. I actually do think he played well the other night. I thought he was one of the only players who did play well against Ipswich. And he's sitting there thinking, who the hell am I supposed to be partnering? Am I supposed to be partnering Partey, Jorginho, Havertz, Fabio Vieira, who we'll come on to in a minute? Smith Rowe's now gone. Is he supposed to be actually holding on to any of these players next to him? Marino? I don't know what he is, by the way. I'm sorry.
He's shit.
I don't
That's what
get
he
him
is. And I
at
told everyone he was shit, Dan.
all. I do not.
And when we
Can
could
I-
have got McAllister for the same money and less, by the way. And again, just to, before I let you
McAllister was
go,
already
yeah?
pre-agreed.
Well, yeah, it was a release clause. Why didn't we buy it? Because we kept good relations with Brighton for Caicedo. Remember that one? David Ornstein told us. Yeah, we never went back in for him or McAllister. But anyway, my point is, yeah, I've just gone through since the start of last season. Since the start of last season, Bukayo Saka has played 71 games for Arsenal only. That's without England. And he's averaging 80 minutes per game. Yeah, 80. That's just Arsenal. 71 games since the last season started to
Do
now.
that for any
18
top
months.
player. Come on.
No, but bro, now do that for any top player at 21. They're finished by 26 or 23. Well, he's 23, bro. Do that from the age of 18. Michael Owen, I remember, and you say about dinosaur years, yeah? Cool. I remember Wayne Rooney's debut. He came off the bench and scored against us. That guy was finished by 25. Michael Owen, finished, yeah? Back-to-back Golden Boot winner, Ballon d'Or winner at 21. First 3 seasons as a footballer, back-to-back Golden Boot winner and a Ballon d'Or winner, got to move to Madrid. Never been the same player. Injuries. Why? Hamstring. Any Liverpool fans in this chat know. You could do this with any top player. The only ones, yeah, the exception to the rule, yeah, are Leo Messi, yeah, and I remember his debut because I'm that old, yeah, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Really? Yeah, when you're looking at somebody like Lamine Yamal is now out injured again with his 3rd injury or 4th injury this season, bro. Why? Because he shouldn't be playing that much. They're going to do exactly the same, yeah? Right, but because they're so good, these players, you have to keep relying on them to play. They were 3-0 up against Valladolid, sorry. They won the game 7 or 8-0, 7-0. They were 3-0 up at half-time against Valladolid, who'd just been promoted at half-time. Why didn't they sub him? He played the whole 90. Why is he playing 90 for Spain when they're cooking everyone? Yeah, why? Yeah, it's poor management, bro. And this comes back to contracts for me, yeah, which is not super duper, Mick. I believe some of these players, based off a previous with Granit Xhaka and Hector Bellerin, which I know factually had an agreement in their contract that if they were fit, they had to play at least 30 Premier League games. I know that is a fact. And it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Yeah, Ansu Fati's another one. Big up the chat. Would not surprise me one bit if they've got in his contract, Saka, that if he's fit, he has to play a certain amount of games a season. Yeah, because there's no reason for this, bro.
There would be no need to add that to an academy player's.
He's not an academy player. This is his 3rd contract or 4th contract, bro.
He's
an established
there
player.
Be any need for that. Usually, people put guarantees in their contract when they're fringe players and they want to come to a club.
Hector Bellerin had a 32-game clause in his contract. He had to start 32 games in the Premier if he was fit. Yeah, Granit Xhaka had 30. I know this 100% fact.
One second.
100% fact.
We're not here to be freaking contract specialists. We're talking about the game, right? So when it comes, it's kind of funny.
No, it's the same thing.
The reality is
his contract,
the same person
so that might be in there that he wants to play.
1 second. Lee, you're gonna call certain fans accountants during the transfer window, but you're doing a similar thing right now. You're talking about something completely irrelevant that doesn't affect the game. I don't think that we can jump to conclusions and start making assumptions based off of previous contracts. Let's talk about what we know. What we know right now is we have not been good enough to be better than Liverpool this season. We've not been good enough throughout the run of the season to say that it's as entertaining as it was in the past. We haven't scored as many goals. We maybe scored as many goals as last year, but we can't use last year's team as a benchmark for this year because this team right now has had 2 major injuries in Saka and Martin Odegaard. The rest of them fringe players have also got injured. We've also had some unfair situations throughout the games. I'm not even going to get into. Overall, the run of the season, it's not been good enough. You can put it on the manager, you can put it on the players, but where do we go from here? Because we can't just talk about
from phase 6.
No. We're not going to be finishing 4th. We're still going to be in the mix. We're still going to be in the mix for the top 4. I mean, not top 4. We're going to be still in the mix for the league. We're going to still be in the mix for the league. We're not going to be finishing 4th. Forget about 4th. Forget about 3rd.
All right, what phase is Nuno in by? What phase is Nuno in, by the way?
We're going to finish above Chelsea. We're going to finish above those guys. I'm not too worried about that right now. What I'm thinking is
you
there
should
a way
be,
we can maintain this?
You should be.
Is there a way that we can maintain this? And to me, it's time for everyone to just shut up and go into the transfer window and make a big splash and try to keep this season going.
That's fantastic. Yeah. But you guys You top gooners, you super toppest of top tippity top gooners that are super positive. And I get why you're positive. I hear it. Yeah. I like you, Egal. It's not a diss at you personally. Yeah. But wake up, bruv. When you guys tell us every January, oh, but who's going to want to sell their best players? Yeah. Who's going to want to sell their best players? Not only that, you guys have also told us who the fuck is going to come in. Sorry, Dan, for swearing. Who's going to come in to play second fiddle to Saka? Right. So that tells me that you rate Saka in the top 3 to 5 right wingers in world football, right? So on that basis alone, no, I don't. But anyway, that's a different debate. Yeah, no, I don't. I reckon he could get a lot better. Well, he ain't now because he's finished. Yeah, sadly, he's finished.
He's not finished. Well, you could say a player getting injured is going to maybe slightly get worse, but to say he's finished.
Okay, please do name me a player, yeah, that has come back from a grade 3 hamstring that's hanging off the bone, bruv. Yeah, that has had surgery and gone on to be better. Please name me a player.
I've seen Elise have a hamstring injury, and now he's gone. He's better. He's having the best.
Was Elise having surgery on a grade 3?
Elise had a hamstring injury. It was a bad hamstring injury. He had surgery.
Did Elise have a grade 3 hamstring?
He had surgery.
Where he had surgery. Yeah.
Elise and Dembele. Dembele didn't come back from a hamstring
Dembele's trash. That guy's never been the same since Dortmund, bruv. Why? Because he had the fucking hamstring injury.
That's what you're waiting for. You wanted me to name a player you don't rate, but ignore the Elise point. So I gave you an answer.
Elise's a baller. Elise's a baller.
Okay. And did you know Elise
we should have bought him, Egal, 45 million. We should have bought him. Why couldn't we buy him?
Injury?
I know he's had Egal, come on. What are we doing here? My point is, if you've got a grade 3 hamstring injury, 90 times out of 100, that player is never going to be as explosive or as good as they were. I've seen this for 30 odd years watching football, Egal. Yeah? If you're having surgery on a grade 3, you're done. When he did that, I said to Matty and Ola on the watch on, I said, he's holding his hamstring, yeah? And I see him, and he's squeezing his hamstring, yeah? Then the players went up to him because we kicked the ball out. We kicked the ball out in the end. Yeah, and he put his hand over his mouth. I said, please do not be a grade 3. I said it on my watch along. I said, if that's a grade 3, he's done. Yeah, he's done, bruv. He's done. You can smirk, snide, like, dude, screw your face.
Why would I smirk?
I'm telling you now. Yeah, there is a 90% chance that guy's career is finished.
Thinking that a player is done. Why do you want to be right so much?
Because I've seen fact-based evidence in 37
No, you're
years
assuming. You're not a doctor. You don't see it. You don't know his medical records. You don't know how his body's gonna get back to something. Don't do that.
Okay. Okay, shit. Cool. I'm talking shit. Okay.
Yeah, you are.
Anyway,
to move on from this, 1 second, Brandon. To move on from this, right? Because I don't want to talk about Saka the whole time. I'm more interested. Saka's done, right? In terms of, I don't know that he's done for Arsenal, but he's certainly done for a few months, in my opinion, for the majority of the season.
He's done for the season, Dan. He's not coming back. And if he does, this manager should be sacked on the spot the day he plays him.
Well, there we go. I think I've written him off for the majority of this season, right? If not all of it. What the hell do we do now? Right? What do we do now? Because I am sick and tired of watching these players trying to score goals. They're all absolutely shocking at the moment. Like I'm sick and tired of it, man. I understand that people will come back and say that Jesus has got 5 against Palace or whatever the hell he is, but Martinelli not good enough. Trossard, what's happened to him? Saka no longer here. Jesus, we don't know what we're going to get with him. Mr. Inconsistent. We've got our number 9 in Havertz. Everyone said he's going to get 20 goals a season. He's now our midfielder again. We got Sterling. What's happened to him? He's another one who's apparently out for weeks. No idea when he's coming back. So let me put to you, Egal, and then I'll come to Brandon. What are we going to do in this front 3? Because at the moment, there is no January transfer window until that opens or until we go and get a player. We're not going to get one in the first week. We never do. So what the hell do we do at the moment to try and get the Saka situation sorted, bruv?
Besides hoping and praying, we got to be serious and actually like go and make a transfer. But if we don't make a transfer, Martinelli has to pick up his form. Havertz has to continue to bang in goals. Leandro Trossard is going to have to be relied upon. Gabriel Jesus is going to have to bring something to the table if he can. And then the rest of the guys just in the midfield. Hopefully they can do something. Martin Odegaard, he's going to have to take up a goal scoring load. Overall, it's going to have to come from the players that we already have in this team, just slightly picking up their form. And to have all of them pick up their form at the same time, I don't know. I don't see it at this moment in time. One thing we do know is when somebody comes out, when any great player leaves a team, you're gonna see a drop off. We don't have another Bukayo Saka in this team. These guys are gonna have to play slightly more, a little bit different to what they currently do. Maybe play Odegaard a little bit more central and less on the right, so you can drift on both sides. And the whole reason why he has Havertz in the team is because he's not trying to play so defensive with 2 DMs. He's trying to have a little bit more creativity on the team, a little bit more goal scoring options on the squad, and that's why Havertz is playing a lot deeper. But yeah, people saying it's a fairy tale or this and that. I'm not saying we're gonna go and bang in 20 goals another 40 to 50 goals from now to the end of the season. But we are still gonna score goals without Bukayo Saka. We're just gonna have to find a different way to do it.
Well, I do know one thing. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put them on screen. These are the new additions to Arsenal in the next coming weeks. Are you ready?
Marquinhos. Vieira. Where's Marquinhos, Dan? Where's Marquinhos? There he is. That's our right wing cover.
Who's the last one?
Sorted.
Marquinhos.
Who's the third one?
Well, I don't know.
The third one. Well, you think we're signing 3 players?
Bro, I'm not counting those guys as signings.
Yeah, but you'll gas them up when they get it.
I would terminate Marquinhos.
Terminate their contracts.
I would terminate Marquinhos' contract, not Fabio Vieira. Well, what was the point of him? Honestly, what was the point of Marquinhos?
I don't know, because we
paid
got him
$3 million for no reason.
And he was free.
Okay, you know what?
We kept good relations with him. We kept good relations.
To be honest with you guys, forget about the league. Let's just focus on winning every game.
No. You're not getting away with this. And I'll let Brandon go straight after this. Yeah? You're not getting, not game by game and judging me and all that crap. No. We ain't doing this again. This guy spent 750 million quid. Yeah, he's absolutely buried half of our squad with injuries. Yeah, because
it's not his fault these players get injured, bro. It's not the manager's fault these players get injured.
Bro,
like we're
3-0 up. We're 3-0 up against Preston, bro, and he brings Saka on.
You can't sit here. What?
We're 3-0 up against Preston or Bolton, whoever it was, and he brings Saka on. Why?
Let him.
No, he started against Bolton. He started him against Bolton, and then he brought him on against
against Crystal Palace. He brought him on. Yeah. Not only that, we're 5-0 up at half time against fucking Lons. Yeah. Yeah, do you remember that? 4 or 5 up at half time. He played the whole 90. Why? Sub him at half time, mate. Yeah. And then people want to cry. You just went, let him. Like a throwaway. Let him what? Let him run him into the ground. Yeah. Oh, now it's game by game. I'm not going to blame the manager for the injuries. Bruv, he has destroyed so many players' careers. Gabby Jesus, when we signed him, I was gassed for that signing. No? Am I lying? Dan, am I lying? Brandon, chat, am I lying? I was gassed. I was like, he's a good player. He is. He's a top player. He had knee surgery. And what did he do? Trossard was balling out, got player of the month in March, never seen again till May. Why? Because he rushed Gabby Jesus back after fucking knee surgery. Yeah. And we bottled an 8-point lead. Since then, he's had 2 knee surgeries and fell off a cliff. Why? Because that man ruined his career.
He had his knee surgery because of Brazil. What? You're blaming him for getting injured at the World Cup? What the fuck? What are we doing?
Can you explain to me why he rushed him back then?
Injury at the
so
World
why did he rush him back then? Why did he rush him back then?
He didn't rush him back. What are you talking about?
Trossard was balling. We were 8 points clear, bro. Player of the month in March. Trossard.
Rush back.
Trossard, player of the month in March. I'm not lying, bruv. He was player of the month in March. We didn't see him again till May. Go and check it. Yeah, who played? Gabby Jesus.
You are constantly making changes. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking facts, and you're diverting because you don't know what you're talking about.
No, what are you talking about? Are you talking about Jesus or are you talking about Trossard?
Gabriel Jesus got rushed back from a knee surgery to take Trossard's place when Trossard was balling and had a 7-8 points clear. Yeah, he got a player of the month, Trossard, in March. That season, we bottled the 8-point lead, yeah? Why? Because he rushed Jesus back. Since Jesus came back, he's now had 2 more knee surgeries. He's finished. He's washed. He's done. Why? Because this man has killed his career, bruv. Declan Rice never got injured in 8 years at West Ham. He's been injured 4 times since he's been here. Why? Played him with a broken toe. The manager even said the other day, after Everton, I think it was, I subbed him off because he weren't 100% fit to play the game. When are you guys going to hold this guy accountable, bruv? Odegaard, he rushed back. He's shit. Yeah? Why is he shit? Why? Because he's not ready to play games, bruv. Ben White, knee surgery. You played him 3 months. Now he's got knee surgery. How many more times? Fucking hell.
Listen, because we don't have
One
long.
second,
Big
one
up to
second.
everyone that's in here,
What-
by the
what
way.
game?
2.3.
What
One
game are
sec,
you
Egal.
talking about?
One sec, Egal. Big up to all of you guys that's in it, man. 2.3K. That's madness. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm on 150 away from 29K people. So make sure you just hit the subscribe button
That
and
needs
like
to be
the
done
video.
now. Now.
Come on, people. Let's get us up to 29K tonight. It'd be amazing. Make sure you're following all of these guys as well. Look, Egal, I know you don't have long tonight, man. So I wanted to ask you this one. I'll let you come back on your question as well, right? But I know Lee's going to ask it, so we might as well ask it now. This Liverpool situation is going to come and bite you in the backside, isn't it? Because you said that Arne Slot could not categorically not finish above Mikel Arteta without Mikel Arteta having to be sacked. Are you going to retract that? Are you going to stand by it? What are you saying, bro?
I'm waiting till the end of the season to actually see how things go.
I'm going for a piss. This is
I'm
crazy.
not going. I'm not making grand junction comments after every other game. That just doesn't make sense. I'm gonna wait. We'll see what happens
Okay, so
at the end of the
you wait. So I actually agree with you. I've said the same. I'm going to give him till May, and I'll see what happens. If he doesn't win a trophy, I think he has to go. If we do challenge and we win a trophy, I think he gets another season for me at least, right? I don't think they're going to sack him. Whatever. I really don't. One of my questions actually was, what are the Cronkies actually ever going to sack this guy? Like, what is the marker? What is the wow? You have to go for them, because I think it's like extreme. I think we'd have to come like 8th again or something for them to pull the plug.
No,
so
I think not in the Champions League places alone would get rid of him. Forget about not winning a trophy. That would be very simply they'll look at it and they'll be like, hey, how do we go from challenging several years in a row to finishing like 5th or 6th? If we finish 5th or 6th, then he would definitely be sacked. At this moment in time, guys, whether you like it or not, because of the Saka injury, the Odegaard injury earlier in the season, and the fact that we're not too far off, even with those 2 injuries right now, they're going to view it as, hey, it's been unprecedented circumstances.
Okay, look, I think Liverpool are going to win this league. And I know people think it's negative and I'm playing in the white flag, but apparently I was told that someone in the chat that you've accepted we're not going to win the league this season. Is that right? Have you given up?
I think they're going to walk it, bro. I think Liverpool are going to walk the league. Mo Salah looks like the best player in the world. And at this moment in time, he's on pace to better Henry's 20 assists. He's on pace to break, Erling Haaland's goal tally in a single season. And this Liverpool team just look like they're not slowing down. Nobody else seems to be capitalizing when they do drop points. And they have a game in hand versus Everton, who've been taking points off everybody, who could have potentially taken points off them to make it closer. Until I see Liverpool actually slipping up, it looks like right now they might walk the league. And Arsenal, I'm just going to say this, Dan. I acknowledge where Arsenal came from the last couple of years. I acknowledge what we're doing now.
Where did we come from?
Lee,
we came from 1 point off 4th in the Europa League final.
Let me finish. I acknowledge where we were as a team and where we are now, and I'm not going to look past the improvements because of the fact that we haven't gotten to the end result yet. I'm going to take it game by game.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to take it game by game right now.
Judge in May.
And I'm going to judge him at the end of the season.
Yeah, you're going to judge in May, but then in May you're not going to judge him. Yeah, and hold him accountable for his failings again. Then what you'll do is you'll make out the injuries to Saka and Odegaard cost us the season. Yeah, then what? Oh, well, Slot inherited a better squad.
Points, though.
Yeah, okay, but you'll then make out that Slot inherited a world-class squad full of winners. Yeah, even though you said your words.
You'd admit that yourself.
No, I wouldn't. I've seen your combined 11 for Arsenal with Madrid, mate. I can only imagine what your Arsenal with Liverpool.
I've already said I was wrong for that.
Okay, cool. How many players out of Liverpool starting 11 would you take at Arsenal? That would start week in, week out. The goalkeeper, and probably a left winger. That's about it, mate.
The goalkeeper.
You take Trent over Timber?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, carry on.
The goalkeeper, Trent. I would probably go Van Dijk and Saliba, or Van Dijk and Gabriel, whichever one you want. Left back, I'll put Timber left back. Midfield, I would go Odegaard. Based on this season, Odegaard, Partey.
No. I'm talking. No. Hold up. Sorry, you got me wrong. Before the season started, because now you know what Slot's doing. Before the season started, because you man was sitting there saying they're crap. Yeah, they're going to fall off without Klopp. I said the same thing, by the way.
Before
I
the
said Scott's
season
going to get
started,
sacked
then
by
it would have
December,
been-
or he's going to do a Mazza.
1 second. If you want to know before the season started, it would have been the same back line that I just said, right? It would probably be Saliba and Van Dijk. Left back would be still Timber. Midfield would be, before the season, it would be Odegaard, McAllister, and Declan Rice. No Partey. And then the front three, I would go Havertz, Saka on the left, and Salah on the right.
So 6 players. And you put Saka on the left.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it's quite even. I don't think my issue with Liverpool's squad is their first 11. I think their first 11 is as good or maybe even better than ours. I think the thing is I was not rating their bench at all. And I was not rating guys like Gravenberch. I was not rating Szoboszlai. I was not rating Darwin Núñez. I was not rating Cody Gakpo. Some of these guys raised their levels. Fair enough.
Hang on, because only a couple of weeks ago, Gal, we had the same conversation. We had the same, and I believe it was probably on here actually, where you was actually saying that you didn't think Liverpool's attack, apart from Salah, was better than ours.
No. I said Liverpool's team. When you look at their squad, I get that, but we broke it down into positions, and we all said, in terms of goalkeeper, we think Liverpool's goalkeepers as a double are better than Arsenal's, 100%. We said in defence, we've
got the best defence in the league, Brandon. We've got the best defence in the league currently.
Yeah, we still do, but you can't win the league only with your defence. You need more in the attack. This is the reality.
Okay, so go on, Brandon. Go on.
So do we have to go into January then? What we've got to do in January?
By the way, when I said I've never said Arsenal's attack is better than Liverpool's.
Hang on. Why have Arsenal got to go into January, Egal?
No, Brandon. When did I ever say Arsenal's attack's better than Liverpool's?
A couple of weeks ago.
Salah out of Liverpool. I said if you take Mo Salah out of Liverpool, yeah, it drops off massively.
A couple of weeks ago, we was on this channel and we was debating this whole thing. Dan will remind you as well, right? And we all agree. We all agree.
I don't know why he's not admitting
Liverpool.
We all agree. It's on tape, bro. We know.
What did I say, Dan?
Yeah, you said that Arsenal. This is the thing. When you're making it
No. Before you guys start saying other stuff, Lee, you were there, so let me hear from Dan. Dan, what'd you say?
Egal, this is what you said. You said Arsenal's attack is better than Liverpool's, except from Mo Salah. You would put Salah on the right, Saka on the left, Havertz up top. That's what you said.
And I just said that right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's the We're sitting here now. You're saying we need to go.
Luis Diaz is better than Saka.
Jota's miles clear of Havertz for a start.
And Jesus.
Jota's miles clear.
And Trossard and Martinelli. And
anyway, Jota, if he's
that's
fit.
a fact as well. That's a fact.
Anyway,
Jota's one of those players. You can't rely on him too much for the whole season. He's going to get injured.
Oh,
anyway,
bit like Tomiyasu and Jesus and like Thomas Partey.
I didn't mention any of those guys in my combined.
No, but you're saying about injuries, yeah. So you can't rely on Jota. Yeah, but guess what? They don't rely on Jota. That's the point. They don't rely on Jota.
We don't rely on certain players, but now that
we rely on Saka, and now you're giving up on a title because Saka's injured. That's the point.
Hang on, let's just go.
That's the point.
You yourself are saying you're giving up on it. So what are we talking about,
bro? I said at the start of the season we're in a top 4 race because I'm realistic and I know this club is a scam. Yeah, and we didn't do enough in the window, which I rated 0 out of 10. I also said,
why are you surprised when somebody else is saying realistically?
I'm not. No, hold on. I also said because Saka will get a long-term injury this season. I also said so will Martin Odegaard.
What the fuck? Where did you say that?
Okay, how many people are in the chat, Dan?
We've got 2.384.
Anyone who watches me every single day, anybody who watches me every single day, how many times did I say during the summer, Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard will get long-term injuries next season? How many times?
Bro, how are you out here saying we're predicting hamstrings to explode? That's mental.
I never said hamstring. I said they get long-term injuries.
That's not it. the reason why it's easy to predict the girl is because them two players in particular have no backup and they are consistently played week in, week out from minute 1 to minute 90. It's easy to predict it. It was
Who's Mo
always
Salah's
going to
backup?
happen. But
Well, when I've
anyway,
watched football for
Who's Rodri's
37
backup?
years.
Who's Rodri's
Who's
backup?
that?
He's injured now, right?
Well, no, you're deflecting now, and we ain't going to let you deflect, yeah?
No,
Right,
it's
the
a
po-
fact. It's a
No,
fact.
yeah, no,
Man
we're
City
talking
won the
about the
league
Ballon
back-to-back
d'Or winner.
years
We're talking about
without Rodri having a backup.
We're talking
You
about
guys,
the best
honestly,
midfielder in world
you just
football.
want to sit here
Yeah,
all day. Oh my God, we're shit. We're never gonna win the league. Kroenke out, Arteta out. Every day, same shit. It's
and guess
annoying,
what?
bro.
Every year, yeah, it's annoying because you know I'm right, and I've been proven right for 5 years, mate. Yeah, which is why it's annoying.
Listen,
Yeah,
Lee,
Rodri is the
listen,
best
Lee,
midfielder in
You've
world
not been
football.
proven right because you
Well, I
yourself
have.
are
It's
blind
1,610
to any
days without
level
a
of
trophy.
improvement. You right now are blind to
Improvement is
any level of
trophies.
improvement unless you win. Basically,
Yeah,
you're the kind
which
of
is the
person,
aim of the
unless
game.
you're
Am I
getting a
lying?
raise in your job, you're not doing a good enough job. That's what you're saying.
No. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, because you can get a raise in your job for being shit. Look at Super Duper Mick. He's had 3 contracts since he got here, mate. 2 contract raises.
You
Yeah.
somehow flip it into Arteta.
No.
You know
Again,
what?
real
You have
talk. Yeah,
exactly
you know I
doing
like
that.
you in it, so it's not personal. Yeah. My point
I
is,
know,
Super
but
Duper Mick got the job and has had 2 contract raises since. He's now the 3rd highest paid manager in world football, and he ain't won a trophy
you know what?
for
We're gonna have to do this
1,610
again.
days.
We're gonna have
Why?
to do this
He's got a bounce. Has predicted.
Real
He's got a
quick.
One
leave.
second. I
Hang
had
on.
to bounce before the show started. But one
Real
thing
quick,
I will say before we go, whatever happens from now to the end of the season, you guys are going to be like, oh, sack the manager every single day. Do we really need to speak about the manager and injuries being on Arteta? Can we actually speak about the games for once in the
Well,
future?
hang on. That's incorrect. That statement there that you just said is incorrect because my man next to me, Lee, yeah, he said, providing that he wins the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup this season, which is one of the easiest trophies to win. Let's not forget Ten Hag won it, right? Providing he wins it, he should stay another 2 years. I don't actually agree with that statement.
I don't
But
either.
to sit there and say, we just sack the manager no matter what happens, that's rubbish, Egal, because he said himself out of his own lips that if Arteta wins the Carabao Cup this season, he will keep him for another 2 years. Also, let me just, before you leave as well, right? Going back to what you said.
Because you're getting shift.
Going
I
back
got
to
another video in like a minute.
No, just real quick. Real quick, going back to what you said about the whole Liverpool Arsenal attacking line, right? You said as well, Salah, Havertz, Saka would be your front 3. So Arsenal, you're telling us.
Opinion.
Okay, so you're now telling us that we've got to go into the January transfer market because we're struggling to score goals, right?
Yes.
But two of our attacking players would get into a combined 11 with Liverpool, who are flying high right now. Cool. Okay, so we've got one player out injured.
Stop. Do you understand form? The difference between form and predictions from the beginning of the season? Because at the beginning of the season, nobody would have told you Chris Wood is getting into majority teams in the league.
Oh, hello. I told you when he was at Burnley, he was better than Lacazette, mate. Yeah.
Hang on.
Chat, am I lying? I said if you put Chris Wood at Arsenal and swap Lacazette to Burnley, Chris Wood does better than Lacazette, and Lacazette at Burnley stinker and hooked every week. Am I lying?
Hang on, right.
Chris Wood's a baller, bro.
Have a good one.
Just real quick. Let me get to my point. Let me get my.
Stinker and hooked, bruv. Biblical stinker and hooked. Yeah, 18 Michelin stars for a reason, lads. Go on. Sorry.
My point was, and this is what I was going to ask you, Gal. We've got one of our attacking players out injured now. Okay, it's our best attacking player, and he's out for the remainder of the season. Let's be honest, right? But he's now saying we have to go into the January market because we're not scoring enough goals and we don't have enough attacking threat. But 2 of our players, according to Egal, would get into a combined 11 with Liverpool. So let me ask all the top gooners this question. We've got one player out injured, but we had a 7 out of 10 transfer window in the summer. So surely that should be enough to account for the fact that we've got one player out injured, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh, but hang on. Hang on. Yeah, we've already seen this so far this season with Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard goes out injured. Do we have an internal solution to deal with it? No, we don't. Does the manager have an internal fix to the problem? No, we don't. And this is why people are now going, maybe we need to go in the market, because not only have we lost Saka, who is our best player, but they know that this manager hasn't got a solution to the problem. You know, I just watched a video on Lee's channel. Yeah, maybe we should play Thomas Partey at right wing then. because apparently he can play there. That's what we've been
His
told.
words. He said, Brandon, you see it. Thomas Partey said, I can play right wing. I've did it at Atleti a couple of times. Yeah, and they said, are you sure? He was like, yeah, I've got the ability to play right wing, but I'll come inverted. Pause. Yeah, like I'm inverted. Yeah, bro, this is absolutely great. I had the Gengham press, by the way. Bless up, lads. Yeah, because when you come with facts with these people, yeah, and I like Egal. It's not personal with Egal. But when you come with facts with these people, they bounce. They got no answers. What about Rodri? Rodri's the Ballon d'Or winner, mate. Yeah, Rodri's won a treble. Rodri's won everything in the game. Yeah,
I'll be real.
Well, yeah,
I'll be
and we're
real.
comparing that to our injuries.
I'll be real.
We're talking about Pep and Arteta. Do me a favour.
I'll be real. Even with Rodri in that Man City side, I don't think they would have lost as many games as what they've lost. But I still think they would have lost games because there's no way Rodri is fixing that entire Man City 11. The fact and reality is they've got an aging squad that they've just got fed up. You know, fed up with you can only keep it at a certain level for so long. You know, doing a 4-peat is unprecedented for a reason. So, and there's players at Man City as well that want to leave the football club. Bernardo Silva, Edison. So these players are like almost like giving up, having a bit of a break and a rest for the year. So
Kyle Walker got begged to stay, brother, and it's showing.
Yeah,
he's been trash ever since.
So Rodri was never going to save Man City anyway, so that's all irrelevant. But you know, in terms of January, Arsenal have to go out and do something. If it's me, I think the smart move would be, and I know we need a striker, right? But I would actually go and get Brian Mbeumo from Brentford.
No, Brandon, come on, bro. No.
Why not? Why not?
What's the guy ever won in his life?
I know, but I know you're talking about what he's won, right? But this season so far, he scored 12 goals. I think he's had 1 assist in the league so far, right? He can play right.
Kudus is another one. Eze, another one. Eze's 26, 27, by the way.
He's on 25 grand a week as well.
Yeah, but this is my point, yeah?
Who would you get in Italy? Who would you go for?
I wouldn't give him another penny, mate. Yeah, like, no, Dan, I'm not even taking a piss. I said this with Brandon on the show before here, and I've said it so many. Yeah, Matthias Cunha, another one. Oh, scores a couple of good goals. Yeah, dribbles around Man United. Bro, I could dribble around Man United's midfield. Yeah, they're crap. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah, I would not give this guy another penny. Yeah, the only signing we need to do, or the only transfer we need to do in this January, is pay that fraud to fuck off. Yeah, sorry for swearing. Yeah, pay him his nearly swore again. Yeah, pay him his money, 15 million a year for the rest of that contract, and say adios. Give it to AirPod Albert, who actually, by the way, has a better CV than Mikel Arteta. He's actually managed clubs and won stuff. Yeah, he's actually managed football clubs, by the way. Yeah, give it AirPod Albert till the end of the season. Then after that, go and get Inzaghi. Failing that, yeah, go and get Michel Sanchez, because that's going to be the next Man City manager. And people go, oh, but he bottled a title with Girona. Bruv, that is the equivalent of Ipswich being top of the league. Yeah? And look at Ipswich. They're bending over for everybody. Like, what we doing here? Yeah? Then, failing that, well, I'll tell you what, why don't we go and get Millwall manager? Because it worked with George Graham. Yeah? Why don't we go and get Grand Passate manager? It worked with Wenger. Who's realistically available? And what do you mean realistically? We're Arsenal, bruv. Like, we're Arsenal. We pay top dollar. Yeah, what we doing? These conkeys are the biggest problem other than the fan base. And when you've got a fan base that couldn't care less and they're just there for vibes on match day, and Dan, you go, Brandon, you've been and still go. Yeah, I've been. I know a lot of people that go. Bruv, the atmosphere is dead. Yeah, the stadium's dead. Realism is kicking in this season, yeah? And I'll tell you now, yeah, we're maybe 12 months away. 12 months away from people punching each other up in the stadium again. Wenger in, Wenger out, all over again with Arteta. We're getting close, mate. Trust me. Another 12 months. He'll keep his job. Yeah, and I've said this, yeah. I think if we beat Newcastle and get to that final, I think we'll win the final. Yeah, I think we'll win it. Wembley, we're good at Wembley. It's a final. However, if we get Liverpool in the final, it's his first season. He's going to play the full squad. He ain't going reserve squad. Yeah, but even his reserves, they play better football than us. Yeah,
Hang on, are we good at Wembley though? Because the team that was good at Wembley, we've now got rid of. None of them are here anymore.
Yeah, and the one that is here, that
He's
started the
injured.
final, he don't rate him, Tierney. He was the only player that started the final that he won.
It's mental.
It's crazy. It's jarring. Yeah, we're going round and round and round. Yeah, and now what's happened is, from 3 months ago, you've got people like Egal, and there's millions of Egals out there. Yeah, with all due respect, that have gone, oh yeah, Liverpool are rubbish. Oh no, we finished above that. If they finish above us, even with a cup, an FA Cup or a League Cup, sack the manager. If he finishes above us, sack him. Cool. Well, what if Nuno Espirito Santo does then? What phase is he in, by the way? Yeah, he got sacked from Tottenham after being top of the league when Arteta was bottom. Went to Saudi, won 2 titles, got sacked from there, come back, and now he's above Super Duper Mig. what phase is he in, bro? With Chris Wood up front.
Mate, it's mad, isn't it? It is mad. Let me do these super chats, man. There's loads of them coming in. You lot are mad. There's 2.2k still in here, man. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe.
Make sure you sub him, by the way.
Closer.
Come on.
Make sure we sub, man. We're getting very close to 29k now. We're getting close to 30k. Let's go for the next target, man.
29, yeah. That's a stinker.
29.
29.
29. You got number 29. Trust me. Ricky has said Riyad Mahrez never thought about being second fiddle. 6 million. Martinelli was going to be our Mane. Saka has been overused. Arteta, pathetic, cowardly manager. Ricky is not a fan of what he's seen from
Mahrez
Mikel
FC.
Arteta. Yeah, loved Mahrez. What a player he was. Patron says, Egal, I want to know why I'm hearing that you've given up on the league and the Champions League in December. Is this what phase 5 is? Wow. And so I asked him that, and he said he doesn't think he thinks Liverpool are going to walk it. I don't think he believed that we're going to not win.
No, he was on the phone to Sam, the Madrid fan. Bless up, Sam, And he said, no, I've given up the way they're playing. This was midway through the West Ham game tonight against Liverpool. No, the way they're playing and with Saka's injury. No. Okay, so it's a recruitment issue. Yeah, and I'm pissed he's bounced here because I was going to say, what did you rate the transfer window in the summer? Yeah, and I guarantee he rated it about a 7.
7. He rated it a 7 out of 10, yeah.
Wow.
There we go then.
Man. We had these 7 and 8s out of 10s, and then me and Turkish were giving it ridiculous ratings and told we were
I gave it a 0, Dan, and I was told, you're just doing it for views. No, I told you Saka would get a long-termer.
I think it's the worst transfer window in the history of the club, in my opinion. I thought it was an absolute shocker. Do you know what's mad? The January transfer windows were better when we did nothing than this one. Sleveny says we have 9 games next month, all important games. Saliba will be playing every minute. Don't be surprised if he gets a major injury. He's already had 2 in his career. That's just what we need, man. Sorry
to before you get the next one.
Go on, bro.
Liverpool have got 8 games next month. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are Champions League games where they've already qualified. They've conceded 1 goal. They can play their reserves in the Champions League.
Facts.
They've also got Accrington Stanley. Who are they exactly? Yeah, anyone who's old enough knows that.
I know exactly what that is, man.
Right. So there's 3 games they can play their reserves out of 8. We've got 9 games, right? They've also got Ipswich at Anfield, bro. They can. Come on, Ipswich is shit. Yeah, cool. So they can put reserves out in 4 out of the 8, bro. We have Tottenham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, Man United, Brighton away, Brentford away. Yeah, and we still haven't officially qualified yet. Yeah, we've got Zagreb. We've just got a new manager. By the time we play Girona, they'll probably be out and we're probably qualified. So we have to go full tilt, and now we're going full tilt. Yeah, with our best 11. Yeah, with players out injured. Whereas Liverpool, they got Konate coming back in. Gomez has done a hamstring, I think. Yeah, Forest away as well. Yeah, we got Forest. Yeah, they got Forest away. Liverpool. They have got Forest away.
Tough game.
Yeah.
That's a tough
but
game.
4 out of their 8, that'd be a great game. 4 out of their 8, they can rest players. Yeah, they can rest players. They can rest them for the 2 Champions League games, bottle and lose both of them, and they're still qualified. Yeah, let's be real. Ipswich, they can rest at home, and Accrington Stanley, well, they can rest again. We have to go full tilt, and we've got Saka out injured. Yeah, all of our players are injury prone. You don't know what you're getting from one day to the next. Whereas they've got a full healthy squad apart from Joe Gomez. Konate's back, yeah. The right back, Conor Gallagher.
Yotta and Alisson are back now as well. Like Yotta and Alisson.
What's it? Connor Bradley's back as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, bro, it's not good, man. But Nick says the Cronkies are not serious. Serious owners wouldn't make a profit in the summer when we have lost the league for 2 years straight. No accountability. Do you know they put 200 million in at the club since 2008? That's like the best part of 20 million, like 20 million a year. What the hell is going on? They're
Do you know
billionaires,
what?
man.
That's 2.5 times less than the top earner at one of their sports franchises that they
There we
signed
go.
in the summer.
Who's that guy they bought for Jokic, is it, or saying?
Yeah, he's on like
They made him-
700 million fucking or 750 million deal.
It's ridiculous, mate. You go past the Rams ground, look at the absolute like beach and like the train tracks there. You get the train in if you want. You got to, and you come past the Emirates and it's looking tired and worn.
Yeah, you
man.
got a
I
picture
come
of the
past that-
fucking set piece coach.
Yeah, I go past that tunnel every single game, and there's a different picture every time. I'm thinking, when's Rocastle going to be up there, or Ian Wright, or when's Tony Adams going to be up
Alan
there?
Smith.
Yeah, one of those. Nah, it's Win the Dog and Nicholas Yova, mate, and Josh Kroenke. That's like, what is going on here, man? It's all PR stuff. Come on.
Do you know where I will kind of like back the Cronkies to a certain degree when it comes to Arteta? In the past 2 years, since the season that we was 8 points clear with 8 games to go and bottled it, right? Every single penny that we've spent as a football club has been a shambles. Kai Havertz hasn't worked out, as you said, Dan, you know, and what Turkish said on Forever Arsenal about he was brought in to be an 8, we still need an 8, and he's playing the 9, and now we still need a 9. So that shows you how poor of a signing that one was. I'm still questioning this Declan Rice signing as well, because I think he was brought in to be the replacement to Thomas Partey.
Yeah,
he was.
Again, Declan Rice isn't good enough to play in the 6 because he can't receive the ball on the half turn. He can't do what Partey does. He can't break lines with his passing. He only drives forward when he gets into the final third of the pitch, which is why we've had to play him in the 8, right? So I don't think that's fine.
And then he ain't got the killer pass. We see that against Everton.
No.
He got the ball back in our half, drove over halfway. Gabby Jesus was off the right back, in between the right back and the right centre back. Simple 20-yard straight pass. He took 7 touches, passed it backwards.
So I don't think that signing has worked out in the way that we wanted it to either. Although
He's a centre back, bruv. He's a centre back.
I'm not sitting here saying that Rice is like the worst signing that Arsenal's ever made. He's still a good player, but he hasn't worked out in the way that we wanted him to in terms of transitioning into that 6 and then maybe dropping Partey to the bench, which is where he should be, right? Because he's coming to the end of his Arsenal career. We're still having to heavily rely.
Brandon. Partey's our best midfielder by a mile, mate.
He is. But what I'm saying is, Partey's in the last year of his contract. We're probably not going to re-sign him, if we're being honest. Although he's our best midfielder and he should be, like, I agree, he should be on the pitch. The transition of signing Declan Rice should have been that Partey drops down to the bench now because he's going to be moved on, basically. Right? But that hasn't worked out either. So there's 200 million gone, right? Pretty much. Plus the signings that we made in the summer. And let's be real, none of them have worked out. Calafiori has spent half of his time injured, right? Regardless of what you think of him as a player. Mikel Merino has been absolute dog breath. And then you've got Neto, who's cup tied, and we can't even play him in the cup games. And then we don't play him in the Premier League because David Raya's miles clear. So there's 3 signings.
And then Sterling.
Oh, and then Sterling as well. What a waste of money that was.
You've not seen the best of me. Yes, we have, mate. You owe half of your wages to Kevin De Bruyne.
We need a goal, and we're bringing on. We need a goal, and we're bringing on fucking Zinchenko and Jorginho ahead of Sterling. Do you know what I mean? So there's another waste of money. And then you look at it, and you think. You look at it though, and you think
of him though, he's overthinking. He's over versatile. What's the word? He's saying that we're all versatile, but they're all playing well out of position now. Because 1 minute we're playing Timber left back, then right back, then we've got our left back in Kivior playing there. Then I'm seeing Tomiyasu playing there. Then I'm seeing Tierney playing there. I've seen Tavares playing there. I've got Calafiori playing there. I'm seeing Lewis Skelly now playing there. Why are we allowing this guy to have 9 left backs? I've seen today another crap report suggesting that we're looking for a goalkeeper in the summer again, for the 10th goalkeeper that we need since he's been here.
Do you know what's mad down there? Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, sorry to cut in there. Do you know what's crazy? Yeah, is it any coincidence that our players are getting injured when they play out of position? And I said this to Brandon before I came here. Yeah, right. If you're a left back and you've grown up from 6 years old playing left back, and now he's asking you to play right back, your muscle memory growing up as a young kid into a teenager, into a young adult, yeah, your muscle memory, the way you move, like the way you receive the ball, now you go on to the opposite side. No wonder we see this with Timber, bruv. Yeah, the guy's not a left back. Yeah, he's a right back, right centre back. He goes left back, injured. Yeah, we've seen Ben White. Yeah, that guy is not a centre back, bruv. Yeah, he's not a right back, really. He's probably a Jorginho, yeah, sweeper type player, like an Alonso. Yeah, he's not that good, obviously. Yeah, but he's like a deep lying playmaker because his passing is very good. Yeah, but we're playing him at right back after he's played at centre back.
But even if that is the case, Guns, right? What I don't get is we're not even asking him, the manager, to replace top level elite mentality, winning mentality players here, right? Because let's just take Liverpool for an example, right? Because people are comparing us to Liverpool this season because of where they're at, right? They've had to replace Mane. They've got Diaz in. Nowhere near as good, but still scores their goals. They've had to replace Jordan Henderson. Curtis Jones has been balling out for them this season. He's been phenomenal. Gravenberch has come in to replace Wijnaldum. You got, what's his name up top? Jota, we've been speaking about, who, let's be real, scores more and is a better finisher than Firmino. And we're trying to replace Granit Xhaka still, and we can't. We can't replace Kieran Tierney. We can't replace Aubameyang up top.
Put
We
some
can't
respect
replace...
on my ball and Tierney, bro.
Yeah, well, I love Tierney. You know I do, yeah? And I love
But
Aubameyang as well. These are the players we haven't replaced. We still haven't even, in my opinion, upgraded on Emi Martinez. We've got someone who's about as good, if not a little bit worse, in my opinion, with David Raya. So I'm actually looking here thinking, he walked into this mess and he hasn't really managed to
He's made it worse.
these players.
And they're all on top dollar. Damn, we've got 4 players under 100 grand a week. When he walks in, I did this on the stream the other day and I shared the wage bill for when he got the job. Bro, our average wage bill was like way, way lower. Yeah, the average was like 80 grand a week or so. Bro, we got Jesus on 265 a week. Martinelli 180. Bro, Martinelli went from 30 to 70 to 180. How is that possible? How'd you go from 70 to 180, bro?
It is a madness, man. It is a madness.
But this is also why, because as I explained about the players that we've signed in the last two to 3 transfer windows, because we didn't do anything in January, there's £270 million that we have wasted on players that don't fit the positions that we brought them for in the first place. So that £270 million could have brought us a striker, could have bought us this, could have bought us that. And then, like Lee said, we've got players on top dollar that are offering absolutely nothing. Well, people are on about, oh, well, let's go in the summer and go and get Isaac from Newcastle for 120 million. Let's say that happens. Isaac is on 120 grand a week at Newcastle. To come to Arsenal, yeah, he's going to be making a step up, but he's going to look at that wage bill and he's going to say, well, if I'm your main man, I want 250 a week because Havertz on 280. Can Arsenal afford to pay that? Plus Havertz is 280, plus Jesus is 275, or what the fuck he's on.
But Brandon, not even that, yeah. We do not play to that guy's strengths anyway, so it would be a waste of time. Yeah. Watch all of his goals. Yeah, his goals are Newcastle transitioning from defense to attack, and he's squaring up a defender, dropping the shoulder, bang. Yeah, apart from the goal against us where they whipped that ball in. Yeah, Gordon whipped that ball in and he got in and headed it. Bro, we don't play like that. Him, Ollie Watkins, players like that, they do shit at Arsenal because he's tall and skinny, bruv. How is that guy going to score 25 goals for us? We don't play to his strengths. We play U-shaped football, horseshoe football. Yeah, so now you have to have some big meathead in the middle of the box, like a Dovbyk, like a Haaland, like a Morata. Yeah, and people laughed at me when I said Morata. Well, he was 10 mil, mate, and he's cooking. Yeah,
hey, maybe for the PR, we might even go and get Mateta for Arteta. Get Mateta.
That's the type of striker. That's the type of striker we need, though. That's the type of striker.
That was hilarious.
But
Turkish, that was the best clip I've seen, man. Turkish and Julian going at it. Turkish is like.
I've not even seen that. My chat keeps lighting up saying, "Have you seen? I ain't seen it."
The transfer,
it was hilarious, man. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Let me get through these super chats, man, because there's loads of them, and I'm struggling to get through them. Suge, big up to you, bro. Says big up Dan on the panel. Over 2K here. Let's hit the likes and subscribe. Kroenke's only part of the problem. Arteta has to take majority of the issue. £800 million over 5 years, and our best player was free. Look, as much as I agree with that, I do think you need to look at who's overseeing what is going on there, and that is the Cronkies. 40 out of 91 goals last season were scored in the 7 matches in which we scored 4 goals or more.
Wow.
44% of the goals scored in 18% of our matches. We occasionally hammer teams, but what about goals in crucial moments? We don't have a moments player. That's my problem. I don't look at this.
Pin that one more time so I can take a picture of that, please. Sorry.
This one.
Yeah, that's class. Ledge.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Big up to you,
crazy.
Fallen. Big up to you, Fallen. This one comes in from TTM. He says, I think it's hilarious that Egal has an emotionally charged reaction to Lee's assessment on Saka's injury. He's arguing based on biology. Mad. Yeah, I couldn't believe he asked if you're a doctor. That was absolutely hilarious, to be fair to him. Someone doing a big up to you, mate.
Dr. Facts, bro.
Dr. Facts. Big up to you, mate, man. Hope you're well, bro. Says, deep this. Saka was leading the team in assists. Yes. Assists this season. Erdegaard's on 2 assists this season, and he has 13 in 2 years. Oh my word, really? Where are the goals?
Gibbs White, by the way, Gibbs White since Odegaard signed has got more assists than him. Gibbs White, if you said to top gooners, and polled top gooners, Gibbs White or Odegaard, they say, "Oh, I'll take Odegaard. Gibbs White's better."
Mental, isn't it? If it's about GA, I've always questioned his GA, and this is why people used to have a go at me all the time. So I said that Maddison had better GA, even though that's factually true. Everyone used to scream at me and shout at me. Bizarre, but there we go. Smoke says, "Thank God you're not a Real Madrid fan, Egal." Ricky says, "Egal, what did you see of Timber last season to put him in a combined 11 before?"
That's hilarious. That's
good
very fucking true because he played how many games last season?
About 2. Brandon, a real top gooner. Big up always, 100%. Big up to you, Chaitanya. Absolute legend, man. Suj says, as at 22nd of December, Arteta has been officially here for 5 years. 6 candles on the cake. 1 each for the 3 Emirates Cups, 2 Community Shields, and an FA Cup.
Don't worry, guys. We brought a dog and we called it something he can't do, and he smirks and laughed in everyone's faces. And then we bottled the game 2 days later against Forest that gave City the title. And our fans were sat on Twitter going, "Can we see pictures of win?" Idiots.
Embarrassing, man. Proper embarrassing. Factual Gooner says our only world-class player is Saliba. He'll be off to Madrid soon, and deservedly so. Watch how much we actually decline. Actually decline once he goes. Yeah, look, I think I've said this before. I think he's our best player and most important player. The guy's levels above any other player. It's unreal.
I want to ask you this, Dan, right? Because I was just saying this to Lee on his channel as well. Because Lee, I think you're in the same camp as Lee, ain't you? As long as he wins a trophy this season, you keep him.
If he challenges and wins a trophy, yeah. He's got a challenge as well. It ain't just about trophies for me. I'm different to Lee, because otherwise Ten Hag would still be here, but he's coming 14th for the league. For me, I think if you challenge and you score and you win a trophy, I'm happy. But yeah.
See, going back to what that super chat says about Saliba being our only world-class player and he'd be off to Madrid, right? The problem that I have with this whole thing of if he wins the Carabao Cup this season, keep him, right? Because he's won a trophy. I don't think that stops the likes of Saliba and Saka, etc., from going, do you know what? Real Madrid have just come in for me, but I'm going to stay here at Arsenal because we just won the Carabao Cup. They ain't going to. You know, we've seen it time and time again with Fabregas, Van Persie, Nasri, etc., etc. Players have gone on and they've left to win the big major honours, which is what the aim of this season was. So a Carabao Cup would never, ever be enough.
Thierry Henry left to win the Champions League and he won it.
There we go. Look at who actually left the club. This is the problem with it. I was growing up, and you'll remember this, Guns. When people used to leave Arsenal, they used to regret it. Like Petit said he regretted it. Overmars said he regretted it. Anelka, he said, crikey, I left at about 7 clubs before I come back to Chelsea and won stuff. Now, since the Ashley Cole transfer, Vieira then went, all the Invincibles got broke up. Then we had all of them going off to Man City, winning titles, Van Persie winning with United, Fabregas going back to Barcelona and winning stuff. Now people are like, yeah, we leave Arsenal and win stuff. And I had nothing. People say to me, you must hate them players. No. One, I thought they were unbelievable. And 2, I agreed with them because our ambition did not match theirs. Their ambition was to win. Ours was to get into the top 4.
Alexis Sanchez and Mkhitaryan won a title last season.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Mkhitaryan was playing last night.
Hey, guys, forget the top players. Francis Coquelin won the fucking Europa League with Villarreal.
playing left wing.
France is
Yeah, playing
popular.
left wing, left wing, and beat us. Yeah, Hector
Yeah.
Bellerin's won a title and the Copa del Rey. David Luiz has won a Libertadores and the fucking title. Bro, the list goes on. We used to laugh. Kolasnak's won a Europa League. Yeah, bro, the list goes on. We used to laugh at Tottenham for this. Yeah, oh yeah, look at the players and the managers that won before. Yeah, then they don't win nothing there. Then they leave and then they win. Bro, our list is longer than theirs. We are the Red Spurs, bro. The Bacante top Spurs. It's embarrassing.
Oxlade-Chamberlain, that's another one, by the way. For Liverpool. Forgot about that. Big up Hannah in the chat.
I was at that game, yeah. Right, when he played, when we signed Lacazette and Kolasinac, I was at the game when Mohamed Salah on the whole length of the pitch, Bellerin trying to do a Cruyff turn on the edge of their box.
Oh,
yeah. Dan, I was at that game. Yeah, we're fucking shit. We're non-stop for 25 minutes, yeah? Non-stop. He had Lacazette and Kolasinac on the bench. We just signed him, right? And we knew that Oxlade-Chamberlain was signing for Liverpool a couple of days later.
And he played him.
Play him? Yeah, and you know what? That signing right there for Liverpool, that is the only player we have ever sold that hit every single add-on. Yeah, every single add-on. Aaron Ramsdale ain't kept a clean sheet since he's been at Southampton. Yeah, we ain't getting the add-ons, bruv. They're not staying up, so it's 18 mil. It's not 27.
No, facts, bro. Facts. Last couple of super chats. Matty, big up to you, man. This is interesting, by the way. How many players have we seen growing up that can play 3 positions, less than 15%? So why does the manager keep thinking he can do it in 2024? Look, I've got no problems with versatility, by the way. I've got no issues with that. But not all of our players have to have 3 different positions to play in. Let's just play your best players in the position. Otherwise, you end up getting Kai Havertz, which is in here, versatile, consistently bang average across 10 different positions. Look, Turkish was right, man. I'll say it again. 65 million pounds for a number 8, and we still need number 8. 65 million pounds for a number 9, and we still need a number 9. And by the way, we've needed a number 8 since Granit Xhaka left 2 seasons ago. We've needed a number 9 since he walked into the club. Like, let's just be real. Like, it's absolutely crazy, man.
Every player at Arsenal does have to be versatile because the manager's not good enough. And if every player at Arsenal is versatile, he can hide his fuck-ups like he did with Ben White. Brought him into play centre-back. Oh, he's decent right back though. We'll play him there. You know, like he did with Havertz. Brought him into play 8. Oh, but he can do a job at 9. We'll play him there. You know, that's the thing. Bringing in these versatile players. A lot of these Arsenal fans don't realise the reason why he does it isn't because of the system necessarily. It's always good to have players that can play in multiple positions, but only if they can offer you a minimum of a 7 out of 10 in each position, right? We're bringing in players that can do a job. You know, that's what it is. Spending big money on players that can do a job. Why? Because it can hide the fact that the manager has fucked up. And he has. He's messed up on multiple occasions. There's only one player in Arsenal's team that plays in one position and does not move. And that is Bukayo Saka in attacking areas, that is. Yeah. Aside from that, every other one of them moves somewhere along the pitch, playing different position here, different position there. But when you see them playing that other position or the different position that they can play in, they can't offer anything above a 4 out of 10 performance. If anything, probably less than that. It's pathetic, really. It really is. But like Lee said before, 2024 was the year of the truth. This year is the year of the demise. It is. It's coming. I'm telling you.
Can I just highlight this comment? Big up Sophie in the chat, Hybrid Squad, yeah? Right? Absolute nonsense.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute nonsense.
Big up yourself. Didn't even know
yeah,
you
big up Sophie. Yeah,
big up,
absolute nonsense. Yeah, playing him against Bolton and Preston, bringing him on at 3-0 up. Yeah, when we're beating Lons 4 or 5-0 at half time and he plays 90 minutes. Yeah, you can blame Gareth Southgate all you like. Yeah, the fact and reality is this guy has averaged 80 minutes, 80.6 minutes. I did it earlier before you joined. Yeah, and he's played 71 games for Arsenal alone, appearances, since the start of last season. Why? 80.6 minutes. It's nearly 81 minutes. We can forget what Fergie was doing. Yeah, Fergie had 4 strikers. Yeah, Fergie had multiple wingers. Fergie had John O'Shea in midfield. Fergie had Ji-Sung Park in midfield. Fergie had what's his name? What's that centre back's name, man? That just left recently.
Phil
Not Johnny
Jones.
F. Phil Jones. He had Phil Jones bulldozer in midfield. Yeah, why? Because he built a squad. Yeah, he had 4 strikers: Andy Cole, Dwight York, yeah, Sheringham, yeah, and then whoever else you wanted to put up there. Yeah, that's only 2 games. Cool. Well, what about Lons then? Lons. What about when we were slapping West Ham up 6? Burnley. Yeah, there's 4 games straight away. 4 games. Yeah, I could go on and on and on. Yeah, why is it, yeah, when we're sitting there,
I do
right,
agree with
watching
this.
the
Just
games,
sorry, Lee, I do agree with his comeback though that he hasn't. His mistakes not having a backup he trusts. But again, that is his. Why
that's
has he not
his
trusted him? Why has he not trusted him? Reece
bro,
Nelson,
he's not
Raheem
signed
Sterling, Fabio
he's not
Vieira.
signed. No, he's not signed a single right winger to play that position. Marquinhos is a fraud signing anyway. He was a free signing, which we paid 3 million quid for. I guarantee he's related to Edu's cousin or something. Yeah. And he's back in January. So that is the replacement now, by the way. Yeah, because he's back in January after flopping in Brazil, after flopping in France and flopping at Norwich and crying when he scored a Europa League goal for us. Yeah. My point is, this guy has signed Willian, yeah, Marquinhos, yeah, Jesus, who ain't a striker, and 29, who ain't a striker. Who else has he signed in forward positions? He's done 800 mil nearly. Yeah. There's so many players. Oh, but who will play second fiddle? Yeah. Well, hold up. Yeah. Elise was 45 mil, mate. Yeah. Conceição, 10 million loan fee. Yeah. How about, use our Brazilian expert who is now no longer at the club to go and find someone from the Brazilian market, the South American market. He kept good relations. And I get the ump when people say this. And it's not a diss at her personally. Yeah, I don't know her. Yeah, bless up. Yeah, but real talk. Yeah, real talk. At the end of the day, yeah, that kid, well, he's not a kid, he's 23 now, is finished. And it's his own fault he has buried Bukayo Saka. That guy will never be the same again. Yeah. Go and have a look at Reece James, mate. Yeah, and my final point, Dan, because I know you want to wrap here. My final point is, yeah, right? I don't feel sorry for this guy, bro. He's got the keys to the fucking kingdom. He's on 15 million a year and he's got Josh Kroenke in his back pocket. Vinay's left, Edu's left. Why have they left, bro? Yeah, wake up. Like, real talk, wake up. Why? Because he's a dictator. He has flogged Bukayo Saka to death. Flogged him to death, bro. Yeah, why does Bukayo Saka have to play every week? Why? Because we ain't got no output from anywhere else. Why? Because he's made our team shit. If Wenger had this team, Bukayo Saka would be levels what he is. So
Yeah,
would
it's
Martin
quite
Ellie, by
ironic,
the way,
isn't it?
and
I mean,
Odegaard.
The thing is,
I
as well,
mentioned earlier,
the easiest way to kill this argument is, right? Martinelli plays on the other side. He doesn't play week in, week out, right? I'm not saying Martinelli's on anywhere near the level that Saka is, but Martinelli doesn't play week in, week out. Why? Because he's got Trossard behind him, who's good enough to take his place. That's what Saka needs on the other side. Somebody who is good enough to take his place and good enough to come in and maybe not offer the same level as what Saka can, but make it so it's less of a drop off when Saka isn't in the team and be able to give this guy a rest. We shouldn't be so heavily reliant on Bukayo Saka to not only get his assists, but get his goals, get us all of this because the rest of our front line is shit.
And now the pressure on Saka is, oh shit, there's no one that can take my place. I'm the star boy. I'm painted as the face of the club. Shit, I have to turn up. Yeah. I have to turn up. Even if I'm injured, I'm playing. Yeah. So it's partly him, like you said earlier. It is partly him. Yeah. But at the same time, bro, we got the best medics in the world. They know he's injured, bro. Yeah, and they're still playing him. Yeah, and this is how I know this. Now shut up, Dan, because I know you want to rap here. Right?
That's cool, man.
This manager said after the game the other day, I think it was Ipswich or Everton, one of the games the other day, why did you take Declan Rice off? Because he's playing through injury. So you're playing players through injury. So the medics know he's injured, and you still played him.
Terrible, that was terrible.
Bro, he's done, and all the players I listed an hour ago, yeah, there's a whole rap sheet, bro. This injury is on him, mate. Yeah, Bukayo Saka wants to play football, bro. He's a footballer. He wants to play. He's enjoying his game. He wants to score goals. The buzz of scoring a goal with 60-odd thousand fans screaming your name and you're giving it, yeah, I'm the man, mate. Yeah, I'm the best player at the club. Yeah, he ain't going to say, oh, sorry, Gaffer. Yeah, no, I don't really feel it today, mate. Yeah, he's going to want to play, but it's now down to them to manage him, bro. Yeah, and he's fucked it up.
The thing is Saka's got so much responsibility on his shoulders as well. Like, I'll give you another example. Lamine Yamal is one of the hottest prospects coming through right now, right? He's probably the best, if not one of the best wingers in world football at his young tender age.
He is the best winger in world football.
Right? But he's not the only guy that Barcelona rely on to score goals and come up with assists. They got Lewandowski, they've got Rafinha, they've got all these other players that can do that for them. Although we was discussing earlier, Lee, they've played him when they shouldn't have necessarily played him, and now he's come up with his third injury in the season so far. But Saka is the only guy in this Arsenal team that can come up with goals and assists consistently because nobody else can.
Yeah, and that comes back to recruitment from the ownership.
And that's why I'm looking at the owners, man. And not a lot of people are, there's only a minority that are. A lot of people were thinking, it's a brilliant project. We're up there again. I put out yesterday about the transfer window on Twitter, by the way. Christ, what a platform that is. Gee, me. And then
just use that as recreational use, bruv. Like you're going to the zoo. You're going to the zoo to see the zebras, the giraffes. Post your comment and bounce. Yeah, reply to the odd idiot, mud them every now and again and bounce. It's fucking full of weirdos, bro.
It is a weird platform, that one, man. And all you ever get back from that platform, I find, whenever you have any question over anything at the club, the only thing I ever get back is, who else do you want then? Who else do you want then? That's all I ever said. I said that under Arsene Wenger, by the way. That's all I used to get when Wenger wanted him out. Oh, who would you want then? Who the hell do you get then? That's all you get. And then you get it now. I listed a whole load of players that we could quite easily sign that would happily come to Arsenal, even if you don't want them. Yeah, let's mention the ones earlier. Who did we mention? Cunha and Buemu.
Morata would fit our team right now. But he's a scrub. Where's 118 trophies? So I'd rather a winning scrub.
Well, you've also got players in there.
Who we get back is, oh my God, what the hell do you want them? I was told that Ancelotti would do a crap job at Arsenal because you look at what he did at Everton. Have you seen Everton since he's gone? Have you seen Everton
have you seen Real Madrid? He's now their most successful manager and won 2 trophies this season. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, Mbappe's been shit all season and scored in both the finals, which helped them win it. Yeah, and let me say this here. Right? Easiest way to mud these people down. Oh, but who could do better than super duper Mick Arteta? Okay, cool. So if he walks out the football club today, who the fuck do you want? They never answer it, Dan. Because then they have to come back. And when I got Egal to say it on this channel, what did he say? Ancelotti. Oh, so you now want a winner. Okay, cool. Yeah. Because they've boxed themselves in, Dan. They've boxed themselves in through lying. Yeah. Why did he not know earlier? And why did he run off and hide and bounce? Yeah. Why did he do that? Why? Oh, but I don't know about this and this and this, and I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I never said that when you called him out on saying about the Liverpool front three and or attacking and all that. Oh, I never said that. Why? Because they lie through their teeth every day. Yeah, we're not lying. So we say the same things. We know what we've said. They forget what they said because they're compulsive liars, bro. Yeah, and this is why. No, real talk. Yeah, and this is why the Cronkies are fleecing them. Yeah, but they're just happy to be there. Oh, look at me. Oh, yeah, what do we think of Tottenham? Who gives a shit? They've been shit my entire life, bruv. Yeah, I'm 43 next year. They're crap. Why are we singing that dead song? Yeah, North London together. Piss off, bruv. Now, I'm sick of it.
At least when we actually sung the other night, we got Super Mick Arteta, they could sing Tierney at the back again because he actually was there. That's another
we're on our way to Oh, no, we got Europa League that season. Hold that. Yeah,
I hate that song, man. I hate it.
The thing is, as well, so much. They've boxed themselves in terms of this January transfer window as well because there's no excuses for Arsenal not to do anything. We've got Saka out injured long term. There's players out there with release clauses like Gyökeres that everybody's raving about, right? And Osimhen and all them players. You got man like if Arsenal was smart, right? I don't know, Lee, you will know more about this than me, but as far as I'm aware, Barcelona have got 2 days to register Dani Olmo, or he can leave on a free.
No. They've sorted that because they've sold their executive boxes to an Arab. Yeah, that Barcelona is a bigger scam than Arsenal, by the way. They're pretending they're skin. No, they're
Corrupt.
pretending they're skint, and they have done. They're moving into their new stadium next month at 60% capacity, which, by the way, is bigger capacity than the Emirates. Yeah, right. So it's still going to be 60 odd K, bro. They're pretending they're skint. They're not skints, bruv. Yeah, they're selling grass. They're selling the netting from the goal. They're selling old seats, bro. That Laporta, yeah, is worse than the Cronkies. Yeah, but anyway, bro, we are linked to this guy Alberto Moliero.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's the Odegaard replacement, bruv. The guy plays left wing. What the fuck are you talking about? And when are we replacing Odegaard? Proud wonder kid. Yeah, he's shit. Odegaard is shit, bruv. Yeah, and I keep calling it out, and people will wake up. Yeah, people just want to be part of the get along gang. Oh, let's all get along. Oh, but I see positive signs. I'm seeing this with Rant, Saeed, and Faz in the United fan base. Yeah. Bro, it's the same. Yeah. And I'm like, when I cooked Rants, yeah, and they're going to lose to Newcastle, by the way, yeah, on Monday. And I'm cooking him on Tuesday, and I've got a pack of cigars here ready to cook him, bro. Yeah. Because and I said to him the other day, I was like, can I have my friend back? I said, because you turned into the top is the top red. Like, what we doing here? Like, no, real talk. What are they doing, bro? But this is what it is, yeah. Because of COVID, and I've said this so many times, COVID taught this ownership, Tottenham's ownership, and Man United's ownership how to finesse people. We were all sat in our gaffs for 2 years, and they controlled everything, yeah? Yeah, and they played on the emotional connection to something. Yeah, whether that be going outside, whether that be work. We were supposed to protest against Chelsea, first full game at the Emirates. Back at my second home. Motherfucker, you don't work at the Emirates. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah, man, that was frustrating. That was.
but this is what it is, Dan. Yeah, this is what it is. These people just want to be seen as the best fan. No, F that. I've seen Arsenal win 5 league titles. You have. You've seen us win league titles. You've seen us win FA Cups. You've seen us win in Europe. You've seen us do doubles, invincibles. I want more of that, bro. Dan, you were going to games when Wenger in, Wenger out were punching each other up 4.5 years into a trophy drought. We're 4.5 years into a trophy drought. What is the difference? The PR.
I said it earlier. I said it on a fan cam. I said it on my channel. I said the last 5 years of Wenger were more successful than the first 5 years of Mikel Arteta. But then what happens is you get people say, yeah, but look at what he had to pick up, that mess. And you think, hang on a minute. One sec. He spent more money than Wenger did in 22 years in that time. Yeah, that Wenger was here. So I don't know. I just don't understand. I've not seen so much love and protection for a manager. God, heaven forbid, knows what will happen, right, boys, when he does eventually go. Because he ain't staying here forever. He will eventually go one day. What are we all going to do? Have a funeral?
They want murder Saka or Jack Wilshere or Cesc. Oh, he's doing well at FC Como. Piss off. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, who could do better than Super Duper? He's the best looking Spaniard we know. Why is that a banner in the stadium? Like, what are we doing? Bro, that guy signed up. That guy signed up here to the biggest agency in world sport. Yeah, he's got the best PR I've seen in 37 years watching football. Yeah, best PR. I've never seen, bro. This guy didn't spend a single penny before he won that FA Cup because the loan signings, he had 2 loan signings. Yeah, he's now done 750. Yeah, and he's won nothing, bro. He's the only manager in the world that's ever done 3/4 of a bill and won nothing. And look at the love. And anyone who calls it out, you're negative. You're doing it for clicks, bruv. If I was gnawing off Odegaard, yeah, pause, yeah, and Arteta, pause again, bro, my channel would be on 500,000 because I actually have a personality and I'm funny, yeah, and I know my club and I've been, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, these men are bamboozled, and this comes back to the COVID thing, yeah, and this is what's going to happen at United as well. You see, Daniel Levy, yeah. Oh, well, I must see, we've got our Tottenham back. That was the day after they got knocked out to Fulham in the second round. Yeah, second, not the third, of the Carabao Cup. They all stood up and clapped.
He was right, though, Lee. They did get their Tottenham back.
Yeah. Now, guess what? Yeah, Man United are going to do the same. And LB brought me onto this the other day on Midday Live last week. He said, yeah, Tottenham, yeah, they just keep switching up managers every now and again. Yeah, rinse and repeat. We can peddle out a new process. Oh, it's fresh. Yeah, Man United are going to do exactly the same, mate. Trust me. Now, I rate Ruben Amorim. Yeah, I do. He don't know what he's got himself into, mate. He's been sold a dream. Yeah, but now hold him to his own words. if I don't win anything in 2 seasons at Man United, I'm leaving. Well, let's see if he leaves then. Yeah, because he ain't going to get sacked. Bro, he's sitting in a press conference the other day with the strip lights and the water's leaking out of it. Yeah, but they paid 10 million quid to get him out of his contract. Why can't they fix the leak? Yeah, they're asking Wembley of the North, but they're asking the taxpayer to pay it. Yeah, they got a mice infestation. Yeah, undercooked chicken, raw chicken being set. Bruv, come on. Yeah, that club is a disgrace.
They got a mice infestation.
Yeah.
I thought that was just Bruno's family going to a game.
Bro, I swear down. Arsenal, Tottenham, Man United, yeah, them 3 clubs, soon as COVID hit, they were like, yo, we can fleece this. Yeah, it's no coincidence that the clubs that haven't fleeced that, Liverpool, Chelsea, yeah, Man City, they're the ones that are successful. Because if you go back here to when Arteta got the job, right, go and have a look how many trophies and finals Chelsea have been in. How many European trophies have Chelsea won since Arteta's been here? They've won 3. They gazumped our entire history. They've been in 8 or 9 finals. 8 or 9 finals, by the way, since Super Duper Mick's been here. And they fell off a cliff for 2 years. Yeah. Oh, but they done 1.3 billion. Yeah, cool. They also got rid of 700 million quid's worth of players, mate. Yeah, because they can actually sell players. We can't. Yeah. Man City, what have they won in 5 years? Yeah. What have Liverpool won in the 5 years? Yeah, it's embarrassing, bro. Yeah, I'm sick to death of it. And people just get on to us, like, us types. Oh, you're so negative. No, fuck off. Win or piss off. Yeah, they're so shook, yeah, of going backwards. Well, we'll go backwards to where? Because last time I checked, mate, in the last 30 years, the only manager that I've seen finish 8th with Arsenal was Super Duper Mick. And he liked it so much, he did it twice. Yeah, get out of here. Sorry, Dan. I know you want to rap, but I'm just...
No, man, I love it. I love the passion.
I'm going to get a beer, man. Go on, rap. Sorry, Dan.
No, I love the passion, man. Let's do these to wrap then, because we've got a few more that's come in. This I haven't actually seen this. I did see him at the game the other day though. John Legend singing "London, North London Forever." I don't know if it's cringe to watch or not, but I'm gonna watch it. Fallen says, "We're the 2024 calendar year champions, yet we came second in May and didn't win the title, and we're ending the year in 3rd, 9 points behind Phase 1 slot and a point behind Forest." TTP though, yeah. Look, Forest, by the way, wow. Let's just applaud that, by the way, because they've been phenomenal. I actually tipped them, embarrassingly, to go down this season because I didn't think Nuno was going to do the business, but he has absolutely flew. Matty says, what we're seeing with Slot is how it would look if we brought in a manager with experience and understanding of how to manage properly. A lot of people are saying that people that say who's out there, who you're going to get, who do you want, they're saying, well, Maresca and Slot have done all right, Chelsea and Liverpool, and everyone said they couldn't replace Klopp. He's walked in, and if I'm honest, I think they're the best team in Europe right now, Liverpool. So it's absolutely mad. Big up 12-man family. We're coming for you in the cup, says Craig, big Newcastle fan. Look, I've got to be honest with you, mate. The way we're playing over 2 legs, I fancy Newcastle. I've got to say, Newcastle have picked up their form at the moment as well at the wrong time, which is never good. Big up to Suge, who says, no league title in 21 years, no European titles. Honestly, why should we be considered a big 6 club? We're no better than Spurs. It's a disgrace. Yeah, look, I don't want to even get close, even talk about what Spurs are about at the moment. There's a lot of people that have said Arsenal are turning Spursy, which is not good. Let me close on this because big up to Soph. She's dropped in a question, which I think is a good couple of questions. Question for the panel: if Mikel was managed to win the Champions League, do you put him in the same breath as George Graham and Arsene Wenger? Europe is the one thing we get beaten up over. What if he delivers it, boys? Go on, what do you reckon?
Go on, Brandon. You go first.
What if he delivers the Champions League?
Yeah, will he be in the bracket of George Graham and Arsene Wenger if he does the unthinkable and gets us European football?
European trophy.
I know what I think. But what are you saying?
I mean, it's something that we haven't won, so you'd put him maybe in the conversation, but George Graham and Arsene Wenger. Invincible Arsene Wenger. George, I don't know. I mean, the thing is it? Yeah, there'd be a conversation. But does anybody truly think that this manager's winning a Champions League? Jesus Christ. Last season, for
Well,
example,
I don't
we had to
think
go
he
to
will.
Porto against a 39-year-old Pepe in centre back, and we had to go to penalties to get through. And then everybody's talking about, oh, well, this is Bayern. Bayern have finished. Bayern haven't won their league.
Pray for Bayern.
Pray for Bayern.
Yeah.
And then we still lose to them over 2 legs.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Look,
now.
I think it's quite simple for me.
Villarreal, Olympiacos, yeah, Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, go on, Dan, you go, and I'll land. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm interested to see what you say on this one. Look, for me, no, he doesn't. It's the easy way to answer it. But I will say this: if people say, "What do you mean? That's crazy. He's won a Champions League." Well, have Chelsea got a statue of Di Matteo then? Well, they haven't, have they? Like, let's be real. Like, they haven't got a statue of Di Matteo because, like, let's just be real. Winning the Champions League does not always mean you're the best in Europe. What it does mean, however, is that you've got your European heritage, which is saying Arsenal have not got. So I understand what Sophie's saying to ask the question, and I don't think Sophie's actually saying that he should be put in that bracket. I think what she did say on the show with me the other week would it would be similar to like an 89 or an Invincibles in that kind of bracket to say that we've won a Champions League, which of course it would be an unbelievable night. But I don't think we can then say because he's then won the Champions League that he now overtakes the likes of those or puts in the same bracket as those. George Graham doing what he did at Anfield in 89 was just phenomenal for me. It's never going to ever happen again, in my opinion, the way that ended that season. I think the invincible season for Arsene Wenger and the first 10 years out at Arsenal were absolutely outstanding. And let's be real, we were going nowhere. You know, people say Arteta picked up a toxic mess. Arsene Wenger picked up a toxic mess, mate. We were going nowhere until he come into this club, mate. Dennis Bergkamp was the only thing we had, mate. We had absolutely nothing going forward other than Dennis Bergkamp, and obviously he had Wright, he was 35. That back line he inherited, fair play. You can say that Mikel Arteta's got that back line now, but the rest of it was a bit of a mess, and he had to put it together, and he did that magnificently well. We've now got to see that with Mikel Arteta, and I don't think we can do that. George Graham walked up to Stoke and said, yeah, we'll take Steve Bold and Lee Dixon, and went to Wimbledon and said, we'll have Nigel Winterburn. Went up to QPR and said, we'll have David Seaman. Imagine that now. Imagine that now. So I don't think we can look at the two things personally because neither of those had 800 million to win them a Champions League. So that's where I'm at with it, man. But go on, Gunnar.
But Dan, inflation. Yeah,
Yeah,
inflation. Yeah, these teams are backed by a state. Yeah, like we're not sponsored by fucking Fly Emirates. What are we doing now? Our shirt sponsor and stadium sponsor is Fly Emirates. Yeah, and our training ground is sponsored by a real estate company in it. Yeah, which is from Dubai. Get out of here. Yeah, no. If he wins the Champions League, fair play. I will celebrate that all day, every day, and I'll milk it and dine out on it. However, yeah, George Graham, yeah, done a cup double. Yeah, he ended Liverpool's dominance, and he was that close to going invincible. I think Tony Adams was in nick. We had some of our back four out that day. I think we had Mickey Thomas at centre half. Didn't we get a red card? Lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Yeah, and yeah, we beat a Parma team.
We were depleted.
Slap up. Yeah, which was slap up most teams in Europe right now. Yeah,
mate,
Zola,
people don't really understand how depleted we were that day, man. We had to play David Ilya at centre half. Yeah, that was. And who else did we have? We had David Ilya. I'm sure it was someone else. Was it Linegan or someone like that? At centre half, and then we had David. We had absolutely depleted. We were. They had Zola. They had Asprilla. All these players that you would look back now. People, like, some of the chat won't remember. That was unbelievable what he did there. Alan Smith 1-0. That was nobody. Everyone was
that
like,
was a smash and grab. That was a proper stinker way to get that.
Proper. But that was the thing is, people don't realize this, Lee. Right? When I say about the
big up DJB, he was there as well. DJB was there as well.
Yeah, big up to you, bro. Absolutely. Love DJB, man. Love DJB.
Yeah, Selly in midfield.
Selly, that's who the lad was. Ian Selly, that's right. I remember that. Ian Selly and David Hillier in midfield. Come on, bro. And David Hillier centre back, sorry. But I'm looking at it now, and I remember 93 and 94 was when I grew up. I remember growing up. I was too young for 91 and 89. I was, unfortunately. I was born in 87, so I don't remember them. But 93 was when
we done a League Cup that year, Dan.
There you go. So this is what I'm saying. When it's like League Cup and when it's FA Cup and when it's European heritage, and people are like, I don't want any of them domestic cups. I don't want any of them rubbish.
Oh, that shit cup. That
crap energy drink cup. Hang on a minute. I grew up on that. Go ask those players if they care about that cup. Do you know what I mean?
if Arteta was to win the Champions League, that would make him as successful as Rafa Benitez, wouldn't it? Didn't Benitez just win a Champions League and an FA Cup at Liverpool, and that was it
Yeah.
in his entire time? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
that would
think
make
so.
him as successful as him, and he ain't even seen as one of Liverpool's greatest managers.
True. And do
So
you know what's
why
mad?
would
Yeah,
we
in
put
terms in,
Arteta in the conversation?
when you compare that to Wenger, I know Soph didn't do that as like antagonistic and all that. Yeah, it was a question, right? But if you compare that to Wenger in the time that Arteta's been here, the first 5 years, he did 2 doubles against Fergie.
Mm.
Yeah, the greatest manager ever that I've seen in my lifetime, anyway. You know, that is the greatest manager I've ever seen in my life. He done 2 doubles against that. 2 doubles.
Mate.
Yeah, and it's like we've got Tony Adams. Would you believe it? Yeah, from what was it, Keown Parsons or Steve Bold, whoever it was.
Bold,
yeah,
yeah.
Bold. Yeah, that sums it all up and all of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Now look at the state of the football we're playing now.
But then people don't remember that, Lee, some of them. And it's not their fault. And people think I dig them out when I say this when they're people.
Yeah,
that are
but
young.
no, but
that's
Dan,
not,
sorry,
that's not
no,
their fault.
Dan, educate yourself. Yeah, educate yourself. And this is why I get onto this club. Yeah, Jez, we all know Jezza.
Yeah.
Jez reached out to the football club. Jez has got a 1927 Cardiff final program.
Wow.
Near immaculate. He spilled red wine over it the other day, dickhead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but wifey cleaned it up. Yeah. How many people have got a 1927 FA Cup final program against Cardiff? His granddad was going in Chapman era, bro. Most of our fan base don't even know that Herbert Chapman played for Tottenham. They don't know that. And he's got a statue outside our ground.
Our ground, yeah.
Yeah, they don't know this, bruv. They don't know that he died on the job. They don't know that we won the league at Chelsea twice, back to back. Back to back, you know. Chapman died, yeah, the season after he won the league, died halfway through it from pneumonia. We won the league again at their ground at Stamford Bridge, bruv. They don't know this, bro, because they don't educate themselves. When Jez reached out to Arsenal, and I swear, the amount of memorabilia Jez has, yeah, is crazy. Growing up right opposite the East Stand, he could open his door and throw a tennis ball, it'd bounce back. Yeah, his granddad's going in Chapman era. Yeah, and he reached out to Arsenal and said, I don't want no money for it, but I see you got a YouTube channel. I'd like to do a show, history of the club, blah, 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 blah. And they said, nah, not really our type of thing, mate. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, but this is where we're at, Dan. They're not interested. Yeah, I tell Kenny and any season ticket holder, Kenny, you're wasting your time, mate. Stop going. They don't give a fuck about you. Dan, you go to games here. Brandon, you go to the odd games here and there when you can get a ticket and that. You ain't got a season ticket, of course. Yeah. Bro, the club shop is fucking rammed. Yeah. These men are buying £1,000 worth of shit and walking out. Then the next day, they're going Stamford Bridge.
You know, Lee Judges sat the other day. Someone went and got 3 hot dogs. It was £50. 3 hot dogs. It was £50. And they're all walking out, by the way. These players now are all walking out in that new shirt, that new coat. They're actually walking up in
150 quid.
160 quid it is.
Yeah,
or 150
Dan,
if you use your membership.
Yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Did you see when they had the when they first promoted it? Yeah, like I was doing a watch over here, and I'm like, oh, here we go. The hair flicks there. Like, yeah, go on, blow snot in your hair. Watch him, Dan. I swear, watch him. Yeah, just keep your eye on him. Don't follow the ball. Watch him. He'll blow snot in his hand multiple times in the game and rub it through his hair. Yeah. Oh. Then he run the ball out of play against Ipswich. He let it go under his foot because he's the dead baller. Hence why Danis Ceballos is still balling at Madrid and he ain't. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. And then he's like, oh, come on. Right. But anyway, I can't remember what game it was. Yeah. I think it was Everton when they wore the jacket the first time. Maybe it was the game before that. Bro, see all the little mascots, the little kids. They're all standing there. It's freezing fucking cold in England. Yeah. The mascots are wearing the full kit. They ain't got the jacket on. I'm like, so why is the team walking out with a coat on, but these little kids ain't got a coat on? They're going to get a cold, bruv. Yeah. Why is the manager not got the coat on? He's the face of the club. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody calls this crap out. Yeah. And then, yeah. Right. Then, right. They play like idiots. And then you get Declan Rice come out the other day. Fair play to Declan Rice. Fair play to him. Because I actually like Declan Rice. Not because he follows me.
Yeah, I love
that.
Declan Rice.
Yeah, I actually like Declan Rice because I think he gets it, innit? Yeah. but he's just not that good. Ray Parler's better than him, bro. Let's be real. If you picked up prime Ray Parler, who was nowhere near our best midfielder back in the day, yeah, bless up for the goal against Chelsea, right? Oh, it's only Ray Parler. Oh, that, yeah, Parler, right? I don't like his opinions on Arsenal now. Same with Wrighty and Keown. They've sold out. But anyway, you pick up Ray Parler from back in the day and put him into our midfield now. He's our best midfielder, Dan. Brandon. He's our best midfielder. Yeah. But the one thing I'll say about Rice, yeah, he did an interview after that game against Ipswich, and he said, listen, yeah, that weren't great today. Yeah. And ultimately, you get judged on trophies. The fact he said that, I was like, cool. Yeah. Yeah, you could say that's PR and he's doing it for the cameras and blah, blah, blah. Because he was doing double hair flicks when he takes a corner after 1.5 minutes of time wasting. Yeah. Minute and a half of time wasted. But at the same time, I actually think he's being serious. It's like, you know, we're Arsenal Football Club. You're ultimately judged on trophies. And this is why when people get on to me and you guys, yeah, oh, you're so negative. No, they hand trophies out to the winner, mate. And they've done it for 150 plus years. Yeah. Who gives a shit who came second? Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Yeah, same with GA.
We get told this, but when ex-players come out, are they toxic then? Because Tony Adams has come out and told the truth. Is he toxic? Emmanuel Petit says it how it is. Is he toxic?
I love that bloke.
Paul Merson. Yeah, I love
him.
Petit. Paul Merson's another one. I love him as a punter. I love him anyway, but I love him as a punter. He's one of my favourite players growing up.
Thierry as well.
Oh, it's miles clear of Odegaard, by the way. Yeah.
Walks on to Monday Night Football, Henry. Oh, that's a bit negative. What are you saying, isn't it? A bit negative how he's like pinpointing what's going wrong. And let's be real, I know someone within the club who actually came out and spoke to lead judges and said, I'm not going to say his name on here, I'll tell you afterwards. Oh, by the way, Kai Havertz, yeah, he's not going to score us 25 goals, though, is he? That's someone within the club.
Bro, did you see the breakdown from Henry on Martinelli? Yeah, I played the clip, yeah, where it was one-on-one with Ashley Young. 39-year-old Ashley Young. Yeah, bro, I'm 42. Yeah, I'm 42. One-on-one. He goes, I can see the ball boy. Yeah, he goes, if I get to that ball boy that's sat there, yeah, he goes, you ain't recovering. He goes, now fast forward the clip. They play it. Why's my missus calling me? Get out of here. Yeah. He goes, now fast forward it. He goes, 10 seconds later, Martinelli was one-on-one with Ashley Young. Now he's on the halfway line with
on the halfway line. Yeah.
He goes, if that's me, I get to that ball boy. He goes, you can't even see the ball boy now. He goes, if I get to that ball boy, yeah, you're cooked. And do you know what it is, yeah? Players that use pace, and this is why I get the ump with modern football, yeah? I hate modern football. This is why I like players like Savino or Savio, yeah? Right? Neto, Pedro Neto. There are players like Bernardo. He's been ruined by Pep. There are players like Modric. There are technical players like Conceição. Why? Because I think, like, at some point, football's coming back. Bro, this shit is crap. Bro, look at these goats here. Yeah, you can flip a coin. Yeah, I know some of you guys that say Henry's better than Bergkamp. For me, Bergkamp's the GOAT of the Prem. He's the best player ever. I'll say Zola's the second best player. Cantona the third. And then people go, oh, that's ridiculous. Bruv, you was not watching football in 92, bruv, to watch Zola. Yeah, so what we're doing here. Yeah, learn and educate yourself. But the problem is they go off of stats, lads. Yeah, if we're going off of stats, Mohamed Salah and Harry Kane are better than fucking Maradona. Yeah, and Ronaldinho and fucking Zidane. Like, come on, get out of here, bruv. Yeah, I don't care about stats. Yeah, my 4 metrics. Yeah, what have you won? What did you do to win? Yeah, turn up in big moments. That don't mean a final, by the way, because Henry never appeared in the final. Yeah, he bottled most finals. However, he got us to the finals, so he appeared, semi-finals, so on. Mohamed Salah scored 1 penalty in a final out of 9, right? But then you have somebody like Vinny Jr. and Drogba that turn up every final. But then they ghost against Vallecano and Elche and all these shit teams, yeah? Cool. But they still win shit. What is your tech? Yeah, what is your technical ability? Yeah, have you got a first touch? Yeah, what's your IQ and so on and so forth, yeah? Like, but these man rate robotic footballers like Doku. How can you watch Doku and think he's better than Savio? Are you fucking tapped? No, are you tapped?
Talking to Savio, Lee, you're the same guy saying Savio's better than Saka. Stop chatting too much. Let's give Arteta time until the end of the season, which, to be fair, you've said if he's won a cup, you keep him anyway, ain't you? So,
Yeah.
well, sorry, won a trophy, you keep him anyway. Ain't you?
Let me tell you right now, yeah, Savio's won 4 times more trophies than Saka, and he's 3 years younger, mate. Hold that. Oh, and he's got a better first touch, and he can dribble better. Yeah. Oh, and he finally scored a goal, and he's 3 years younger. So why aren't you giving him time? It takes time. He's a kid. First season.
There we go, man. Cooked. Listen, people, we're going to come to a close, man. It's been an unbelievable show, man. We've been going just over 2 hours now. That's insane. You guys have been amazing. There's been well over 2,000 people.
Sorry, mate.
Ah, come on, man. It's been a great show. Over 2,000 people there's been there for the majority of that 2 hours. You guys are absolutely mad. Make sure that you hit the likes and the subscribe button, man. We need to get us up to 30K as quickly as possible. So please make sure that we can do that. Please, people, make sure you're following Lee Gunner, Lee Reacts, and of course, Brandon on True Gunners TV as well. We are literally 91 away from 29K. So let's get that up to 29K ASAP. Hopefully we can hit 30K by New Year's Eve, people. Which would be amazing. Big up to Matty and all of the other guys that are super chatted in. Big up to every single one of you. Really appreciate all of your comments and your interactions. Please make sure that you do me a favor and check out both of the sponsors. We have got to get you guys involved in this because the draw is for New Year's Eve. Reality Raffles, 99 pence for a raffle ticket, and you can have an unbelievable opportunity to get to a football game. Maybe it'll be the North London Derby. And it's not just for Arsenal, people. So please make sure that you're in there. Links in the description and pinned to the comment section as well. So please make sure you're involved in it. Lee, what you got coming up, bruv?
What day is it?
On Sunday now, so tomorrow's Monday. I know I'm a bit like you.
Oh yes, we will be there, guys. Man United. Yeah, Old Trafford is falling down. Do. Yeah, Amarin's a fucking clown. Yeah, we will be there, bruv. Newcastle. Oh my days, and then rants on Tuesday, bruv. New Year's Eve. Hold that. Yeah, hold that. Yeah, so that's all I've got coming up, to be fair.
Love that, man. Just go sub to League.
Oh, midday live tomorrow as well with Saeed.
Yeah, on Saeed's channel. Yeah, that's
that guy can hold that as well because he's a Barca fan, yeah, and he's been giving it the Bertie and he's been cussing Savio. Yeah, you can hold that as well tomorrow.
Love that, man. Brandon, make sure you go follow him on True Gunners TV as well. We're going to send you back over to Egal, who's on at the moment with a panel talking all things Arsenal. Let's just quickly do this super chat that's just come in. Which 4 trophies, mate? He has won 1 Dutch League and 1 Super Cup.
Yeah, he's also won a Brazilian cup and a Brazilian title, mate. Hold that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, hold that.
There we go.
Yeah, Bukayo Saka, by the way, yeah, held bench in the semi and the final of the only cup he's ever won. Yeah, unlucky.
There we go. Listen, people, go show some love to Egal. Go put Dan Pot sent me 12-man raid, whatever you want to do. And we'll see you on the next one. Big up to every single one of you. Layers.